Breaker. This is Big Horsey. I got a whole gaggle of local smokies on my six, and I'm coming in hot. Hi from Grya. How's it going, Chitao? Yini Iggy, fantastic to see you both. It's time for the Truckin, the Buckin, and the friendship. The friendship. Okay. Audio's looking decent. Let me just make sure. Yep, that's capturing. Alright. Yes, that song is still stuck in my head. It's, I see why. I see why. Well, I hear why. Alright. Let's go ahead and get her started, shall we? Awate Amiki, my name is Faustus Marius Incitatus, the true consul of Rome, the favorite horse of the God Emperor Caligula. Hope you are all having a fantastic Sunday so far. I feel like I'm feeling like I'm at odds with the wider world, because I'm very chipper on Sunday evenings. It's the start of my weekend. Meanwhile, everyone else is dreading the end of theirs. It's feels a little perverted, and I'm very much there for that. Very much there for that. How's everyone doing? Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope you're ready for another fun week of the summer. You know, make it last, enjoy it. I think after tonight's stream ends, I'm actually gonna go for a little night walk since it's gonna be warm enough, and I enjoy walking around at night. It's very serene, very peaceful. Get to rub shoulders with all of the degenerates that are out at night, you know? Work your way around everybody doing the Fenty lean. Nah, just kidding. I don't live in that bad of a neighborhood. It's it'll be pretty lame, honestly, but you know what? I'm at the point in life where lame neighborhood is good neighborhood. Bad news, ankle been hurting since yesterday. I'm seeing a high school friend I haven't talked to in years get married. Wow! Okay, well, yeah, unfortunate to have the ankle hurting. You just heard it doing farm work? Yeah, unfortunate that the ankle's gonna put a damper on that, but that's fun. That's always cool. That's always cool. I don't know. I'm not a huge wedding fan, frankly. In fact, I find that one of the most boring situations imaginable. You know, it's just I don't know. Stepped on a rock a little too hard. Oh yeah, last year I rolled my ankle. I didn't even step on anything. You know, I just did not put my foot down correctly, and the ankle rolled, and that shit hurt for like a month. Which, yeah, it could just be because I'm getting old, but yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how such horrible injuries can come from kind of innocuous places, you know. And then you have the reverse, where you take some horrific fall or something ridiculous happens to you, and yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're back up after a little recovery, and you're good to go. It's so weird how that works. But yeah, hopefully you fall into the latter where, you know, it's just a quick recovery, not an issue, and you get to enjoy that wedding. But yeah, weddings are, to steal a line from the great Doug Stanhope, if you're going to just stand there in front of all of your friends and profess your love to each other in flowery language, I think I would probably be more entertained if you had just fucked. Could you just fuck in front of everyone? Be a little less, yeah, I like that stewardess surviving that plane fall. Yeah, well, that was one in a million. Most of the stewardesses don't survive that plane fall, but yeah. But yeah, weddings are not my favorite, but cool that you get to see someone you haven't seen since high school. That is the operative part. That's the cool part. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into, let's get trucking. Let's hit the road. Wah. Alright. We were getting audio, I'm pretty sure. It just, This does not have looping music on the menu. So, welcome to DUSTLAND Delivery. This is a game I've actually played a little bit of before, and I've been watching it develop. I actually saw another VTuber playing this a good while ago. I picked it up and I never got around to streaming it, so I was kind of at a loss for what to stream tonight. And I was like, oh yeah, I've never actually streamed DUSTLAND Delivery, so it's a good one. So we'll go ahead and start the game. So, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Just from the menu, you can kind of tell. You kind of tell what kind of an experience you're going to be having here. So yes, you are a post-apocalyptic trucker, trying to survive and make a profit in a land that's well, it's had a bad time. Let's go for that. So we have the Sand-Swept Hills, we have the Twilight Valley, and we have Shale, which is the new one. That looks like Swamp Hell. I'm kind of interested to try Swamp Hell. I know what I'm doing. How bad could it be, right? DLC required. Oh, I didn't get the DLC. Alright, well, let's do Twilight Valley. Dustlands are a weird and wild place. Safe travels on the long road ahead. Get a head guy that says, "Witness me." Yeah, something like that. It is very much, very much references to all post-apocalyptic movies found in here. Loading map, don't move a muscle. Don't you move a muscle, chat. Not even your brain. Alright. Here we go. Now we're getting the music. Okay. So, here's the character creation. A few options: hero mode, ascetic mode, fate mode, infection mode. Plague zones grow over time. So yeah, it's like a zombie apocalypse sort of thing. And salary mode: recruited characters are paid salaries. Who would ever want to do that? Who would ever want to have to pay the help? Goodness. So yeah, you can Merchant, Bard, Adventurer, Sharpshooter. Oh, that is quite a lot of focus. That is quite a lot of focus, actually. Focus is a really, really good stat. He's a heavy drinker. Oh, I see. So you can have these preset characters, but a lot of the good ones have drawbacks. I see. So yeah, your sharpshooter is a heavy drinker. Drinking alcohol reduces much more stress, sobers up much faster. Okay, so like all of the benefits of alcohol with none of the drawbacks. All right. You can play as a robot. You're a mutant. You're infected and violent. Runner. Merchant. Merchant's kind of a cutie. Merchant's kind of a big-time cutie. Sort of makes me think of Yukari. She's kind of got the same hairstyle, and yeah. From Persona 3. Merc. Bloodthirsty and gloomy. A bard, you're a recluse and a performer. Lone wolf, recluse, troublemaker, and a homophile. Lesbian adventurer. Alright. Yeah. That merchant looks like Chie. I was gonna yeah, you know, it is kind of closer to Chie. I got Yukari vibes, actually, but yeah, I could see Chie as well. The hair color is much closer to Chie. Unfortunately, the merchant has, well, you know, the merchant might be an interesting play, actually. Let's see. That's interesting that you have... Okay, Sharpshooter has good relations with everyone. He's got some extra liquor, some ammo, some clout, some creds. Who gets a shotgun and a blade? You're a Sharpshooter, my dude. Why are you running a shotgun? Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the Sharpshooter. We'll turn hero mode off. So yeah, if you, in hero mode, if your starting character dies, you lose. In the normal game, it's your truck that's destroyed. That's when you lose. You can very much have your starting character be killed. Doesn't matter. Just as long as someone's alive to drive the truck. So yeah, we'll make Truckin our main character here. So, a few different trucks you can actually do. So yeah, this one is this one has the least max load, but it also has a ton of comfort, a bunch of power, and not a whole lot of max crew. And you can upgrade all of these things. You can upgrade all of these things later on. I will prepare a certain brain rot song. Wonderful. This one's interesting. So yeah, actually a decent amount of hull, which is hull is your truck's health. Comfort is shit, so your stress is going to get higher. You have a huge amount of max load, but you're really slow and you use a whole crap ton of fuel. I think the best one to go with is this. You want power, we gotta go fast. You gotta go fast. We can upgrade all of these other things. It's actually a huge pain in the ass to upgrade power a lot. Gotta go fast. Yeah, I'm down to play the sharpshooter. The dead walk among us. For 60-odd years after the fall, humanity and the infected maintained a delicate balance. Civilization, fragile as it was, survived across the Dustlands in flecks and blotches. Since the start of last year, however, an unprecedented tide of infected has swept across the land. The haggard plains, once a symbol of humanity's resilience, quickly fell to this new horde. Over a few short months, countless refugees have flooded into the Twilight Valley. As the horde closes in on the Twilight Valley from all sides, humanity is being squeezed into the last livable corners of this world. Residents of smaller settlements have flocked to the comparative safety of the cities, where local militias are hard at work fortifying their defenses against the incoming nightmare. The entire valley is on edge and in dire need of building materials. Best of a bad situation. Driving in my truck right after a beer. Your employer, a well-known construction supplier, recently died in a tragic accident on a routine escort job. The old man, as everyone called him, left behind a stash of building materials earmarked for customers across the valley. With no next of kin that you're aware of, the materials have just been sitting there gathering dust at his office in Gorgeville. Figure you've got as good a claim to the stash as anybody. Will you use these materials to help the valley defend against the infected horde, or are you just out to make a quick buck? ¿Por qué no los dos? Cargo acceptance. Okay. So head to Gorgeville and pick up the building materials the old man left behind. Alright. You have guns in your inventory, but you haven't equipped them. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Head to the character screen to equip them now. Yes. Let's do that. So, didn't he have... Okay, he has a blade. Has a gun. Didn't he have something else? No pets. Okay. Alright. So I know there's a way to set it up so that you automatically, Yeah, automation. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Auto eat, auto drink, auto swap driver, auto swap tires, stop for dust storm. Yeah, no, this is all how I want it to be. Alright. So let's see the map. So we have a lot... Gotcha. So this is the Twilight Valley here. And everything else has gone to shit. Look at that. Wow. 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 Alright, where's Gorgeville? Cirque des Déchets. Uh-huh. So we have the Dustland Arena. We have the Blanket Rest Stop. Place is said to be a treasure trove, but you're not sure what treasure refers to. You should proceed carefully. This is a fuel cache. Alright, well, let's go to Gorgeville first. Depart. And off he goes. Not long after setting out, you remember a story of an old-timer once told you, about some hapless trucker who got so tired while driving through the Dustlands that he fell asleep in the middle of a plague zone. The infected didn't let him sleep for very long. You'd think it might be wise to hire some help once you get to the city, and you can hire new crew members at the bar. Yeah, makes sense. Let's go. You've arrived in Gorgeville, the largest city in Twilight Valley and one of the few places that still enjoys relative peace and prosperity. Understood. After a good first impression, sharpshooters begun to like Gorgeville. This can be incredibly annoying. Like your people will just randomly decide they don't like somewhere you really need to be. Arriving in Gorgeville, you make your way to the old man's office. Opening the shutter of his private depot, you find a ton of building materials. 25 building materials, 40 rations, 2,000 fuel. Not bad. Poking around the office, you find order slips from settlements across the Twilight Valley. With every city shoring up its defenses, building materials have been in high demand. Flipping these materials will be easier than selling a bucket of water to a man on fire. Keep looking. On the back of an old order slip, you find a few notes the old man scribbled down. It would seem that most of the building materials he sold were produced up north, and that the northern cities have been facing a major food shortage. Were you to bring some victuals up north, you might be able to flip them for even more building materials. Let's get and sell this bread. Food order 1, food order 2. Okay, so what? Head to Foxton and click the deliver food. To Gold Sands and click deliver food. 10 building materials needed at Griddleville. And 6 at Cottonville, okay. Alright. Let's pop in. There is no bar here, I see. Everybody's appetite is different. Some people eat more than others. Make sure you don't use up your food stash too quickly. Alright. What have you got? Alright, so the green stuff is stuff that is abundant, that's cheaper than normal. The red stuff is something that's really expensive. Oh, I see. We can actually sell some of our building materials here. We only need 16 to fill the orders. So what if we were to sell 11? Let's see. Failed to upsell. We still got some speech out of it. Very nice, very nice. They sell liquor for real cheap. And they sell rations for pretty cheap. Let's get some rations then. Let's get some rations. Try to bargain? Nope. Oh, relics. They want relics here, but they don't have any. I see. Alright. What do I have? Let me see what kind of junk I got in my drunk trunk. Alright, 50 wastewater, 5 ointment, 10 salt, 4 medkits, 2 coffee, 12 liquor. Oh, baby. 100 books. Books are how you level up skills. Got some ammo, got some extra tires, got some water, got some scrap, a lot of fuel. Might buy a few more tires, that's not a whole lot. Let me buy 10 more tires. Okie dokie. The Nekhbet Mountains. So yeah, those are the food. Those are the building materials. Let's go there first. Actually, let's hit up these two, yeah, we could do something like that. The ordinary gas station, and then go to Cottonville. Wonder if there's a guy named Joe in Cottonville. Wonder if he's aware of the song. Do you think he prevents people from getting married? Where does he come from? Where does he go? Where does he come from, Cottonville Joe? So yeah, we'll look for somewhere with a bar where we can hire a helper. Dust storms will reduce your horsepower and dramatically fuck up your engine. Alright. You spot a crashed airplane. Somebody seems to have made a camp out of the wreckage. Do some recon. Spot little more than supplies and travel gear. They don't seem like dangerous folks. Yeah, let's trade. 4 tires for 100 scrap's a good deal. Yep. Scrap is the currency. Or 1,500 scrap. Nice. First, it seems like there's nothing here, but you manage to spot a camo tarp. Lifting up, you find a large cache of supplies. Groovy. Let's admire the moon. The moon is lovely tonight. The moon is lovely tonight. Another settlement needs your help. Yeah, very much has that vibe, doesn't it? Crew fatigued. You arrived in Blanket Rest Stop. This was once a fertile farming village, but years of drought have left it barely able to produce seeds. The people who stayed behind turned their hand to weaving thick blankets to keep out the winter cold, trading them with passing travelers for food. Hopefully nobody sneezes on the blankets. Alright, so crew's fatigued. Let's get a standard room. Groovy. Now let's check in at the bar. See ya. Oh, the Dustwolves don't like us. I mean, the sharpshooter looks like the leader of the Minutemen. He kind of does, doesn't he? It's a negotiator for the first time. Eh. Let's see. They have a shit ton of speech. Haggling success rate +5, veteran driver, and parched. Reduced thirst limit. Shit. Not great, not great. Got a bounty hunter. You are a debt collector. Alright. If you interact with them in some way, there's a chance that they go away. So, don't want that. Driving speed +10%. Sleeping reduces less fatigue. That sucks. Okay, he's nice. He's nice, nicely balanced. It's a ninja. I guess the Dustwolves hate me for some reason. Alright, who are you? It's a pilot. Alright, you got a lot of virtue, you got a decent amount of focus. Looking for someone with a lot of attack. Oh, you're celibate too. Bleh. Ooh. Ooh. Heavy drinker and heavy drinker! Sharpshooter and Bart Ender's opinions of each other have increased by 30. Bart Ender Aria. Let's see, she's got a decent amount of speech. Okay attack, actually. Focus sucks, but that's okay, that's okay. She can cook a bit, she can farm a little bit. Heavy drinker, lone wolf, and plain. She don't look plain to me. Others are less likely to fall in love with this character and have a lower starting opinion of them. Hooking up with crew members reduces less stress. Attack, focus, and speech +15 when this character is the only crew member. That's kind of cool. Sell service unit. Let's chat with the service unit. Wait, it's 30 speech, 18 intellect, farming, cooking. Oh, fuck. The robot. Drink fuel to reduce fatigue, uses scrap to heal wounds, resting will reduce a small amount of stress. Conversations happen more often when this character's in your crew. Accident prone, chance to be kicked out when we're entering a repair shop. And night blindless, driving speed -10% at night. How's a robot night blind? What do we think? What do we think? Do we want to take our robo waifu with us? You know, we can talk to this nerd. Machinist. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 21 focus. Oh, wow. Okay. It's not bad. He is not bad. You do want some crafting, for sure. Like, crafting is very, very useful to have. Looping greatly reduces stress. Greatly reduced hunger limit. Ugh. Man, all or nothing with you. All or nothing with you. What's up, my ninja? Bart, what kind of delivery do you have for us? Gorgeville is buying paint to decorate the city walls. Deliver paint bucket ×4 to Gorgeville. Yeah, I'll get that task. We'll do a little something for Bart. I'm going back and forth on whether I want to try and recruit the service unit. Maybe not. Might reset here and just go back to Gorgeville with that delivery. Abandoned tank. You spot a tank sitting in a ditch by the road. It's covered in rudimentary camouflage as if it were waiting to ambush someone, but it's long been abandoned. Let's search it thoroughly. Oh, it's snowing. You don't find anything useful. Snow will reduce your horsepower and reduce your engine temperature. Yeah, snow sucks. Alright. And you actually have a... You have an upgrade I can get you. Let's do that when we're in town. Completed the task, well done. 873 scrap. We take those. Alright. So I can increase my attack. I should honestly probably learn how to cook. Crafting is shit too. I could probably get a team member who can cook. You can train speech really easily. Intellect's probably not the worst thing. Intellect gives you more experience whenever you gain experience. He does really look like the leader of the Minuteman. I didn't realize that. If only we could take the tank's commander MG with us. Any 12.7mm mag MGs is gonna tell bandits to fuck off. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You can absolutely turn your truck into a rolling tank, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the intellect upgraded. Does higher intellect also gain more XP? Yeah, you can, let's see. It's probably in the crafting. There we go. So yeah, you can make driving stuff. There we go. Yeah, we get ammo lathes, searchlights, mounted saw blades, spiked hinge, spiked tires, barbed spiked, a whole spiked chassis, big blade. Got another settlement in need of assistance. I'll mark it on your map. Yep, we're gonna assist all the settlements. Yeah, ammo belt boxes, rear cannons, middle cannons, front cannons, some sandbags, a fucking cannon rack, machine guns, and a lawnmower, which gives you melee attack plus 15. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. You're dealing with the zombies. Lawnmower, way to go. So yeah, you can absolutely turn your, you can and should turn your truck into a rolling death machine. Alright. Let's head to that settlement and help it out here. First encounter with tornado. Giant tornado appears on the horizon. Uh-oh. Keep driving. Bitch. Tornado whips a bunch of heavy objects at your truck. Bitch. Nah, I'd win. Nah, I'd win. Don't show again. Alright, I think I will stay at the end again. We're like an armored train on wheels. There you go. So yeah, this infection is kind of... If you hang around in one spot for too long, your risk starts to go up. And you have a chance to be attacked by zombies. The infection is kind of the rate at which the risk goes off. You've arrived in DUSTLAND Arena, an entertainment venue. Welcome to DUSTLAND Arena, where the DUSTLAND's bravest come to spill blood for fun and profit. You see a sign by the entrance. Amateur bout, 40 scrap entry fee, 200 scrap prize. Pro bout, 400 scrap entry fee, 2,000 scrap prize. Spectator ticket, 200 scrap. Are these fights to the death? Eh, sign up for an amateur bout. Oh. Oh, I see. Run like a little bitch. Okay. Gotcha. So they just make you fight a, Once we armor the truck a bit, we have been reinforced by a behemoth, correct? Alright. What do you have that's scarce? What can I sell you? Can't sell the building materials. You need fruit, wood. Okay, fruit's really abundant in Gorgeville, so that's an easy trade route we could do. Ointment is not terribly useful. I think I'll, try and upsell here. Okay. So yeah, they just make you do combat there. You come up on a dried up river. The banks look a little steep and the riverbed looks parched and cracked. What will you do? Drive across. Managed to cross without incident. Yeah, why don't we rest? So yeah, I'm sure you know exactly how that one could go. Don't show again. I know what snow is. Thank you. Why is my engine smoking? It's not even hot. You've arrived in Ordinary Gas Station. This was once an entirely unremarkable gas station until the owner got the idea to sell his own homemade bread to passing travelers, producing a large amount of flour from rushing rice and storing it alongside highly flammable fuel. Careful travelers, mindful of the possibility of dying in a gigantic explosion, tend not to linger here for too long, but I bet the bread's delicious. I guess the fall event is the truck getting stuck in mud. Oh yeah. And they have flour in abundance, I see. Wheat, fruit, vegetables, rubber, sugar, and cloth. Okay. Why don't we buy some flour then? So you want to kind of find a sweet spot where you have a profit versus base price per unit that's really nice. But also you want to get enough for it to really be profitable. Let's bargain for 50. Nice. 10% discount. Cool. We'll depart. A thicket. Is it a tricky thicket? A sticky thicket, perhaps. Come across a small thicket. Oh, only a small one. You think there might be a small animal in there, but you aren't sure. Want to try hunting it? I am the sharpshooter. Turns out it was just the wind. Never mind. Despite all my rage, I cannot shoot the moon. Or the wind. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. Alright. Buck up and last another 2 hours, buddy. You can do it. I know you can. Woohoo! You've arrived in Cottonville. This village was once known for its cotton fields, but swarms of infected have put paid to that. Now residents occasionally dispatch teams of hunters into the forest west of here to gather what they need for the villagers' survival. Deliver order. Probably just the wind, Skyrim Guard, yep. Cottonville lies on the edge of the Twilight Valley. When the Horde comes through, it'll probably be one of the first to get hit. You can certainly understand why they'd need building materials. When he learns that you're here to deliver the old man's materials, the mayor looks overjoyed. You have them! I just about given up hope. Yep, got them right here. Mayor takes stock of your delivery, seeing that everything's in order. He thanks you profusely. Let me pay you above market price. It's the least I can do. You might have just saved this town. Yeah, we won't say no. We won't say no. Ooh, a core. Fuck yes. Cores are how you get the more advanced upgrades to your truck. What do I want to upgrade? What do I want to upgrade? Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to upgrade attack, I think. Crafting needs to get upgraded too. Let's upgrade crafting. Alright. Must sleep. Alright. And we set up. Your truck reached its destination. What the fuck you talking about? Ah. So there's the cobblestone landfill. You can absolutely go scavenging. Can and should. Tailwind gas station. We have the Happy Family Farm. Right in the middle of the infection zone. Side story electronic lock. The map says there's something here behind an electronic lock. Maybe it's something good. The Lost Deer Military Base. The Road Construction Bureau. Long Yield Farm. So we gotta get around these mountains and go through Plague City, huh? Alright, I'm game. Let's make our way to the Big Stink landfill, shall we? A gas station appears on the horizon. Looks like it's been abandoned for a long time, but it might still have some useful supplies. We'll just search it hastily. Find a ton of supplies in the gas station storeroom. Wow, some fuel. Would not have guessed. Oh yeah, oh yeah. At least the dust storms are mercifully short. We're not gonna overheat too quick, at least. I really should probably find another crew member. Yeah. Stop it. Yep. Alright. So anyway, I started blasting. Let him get a little closer here. Alright. And do melee. Like the dead could run or drive. Me last words before the infected start running. Yes. Why don't you admire the moon here? Like, you could look at it for eternity. Alright, I'm still Lord Fatigue here. Alright. Yeah, risk is getting pretty high. So let's set out. Encounter with train camp. Find an old train sitting on a railroad track. The warm lamplight and curls of smoke coming from the train indicates that it's inhabited. You spot little more than supplies and travel gear. They don't seem like dangerous folks. Let's trade them. I think I need some ammo where I'm going. You've arrived in Big Stink Landfill. This place is filled with unwanted detritus. Unwanted by some, perhaps. Search the dump. Alright, scrap times 30, found iron, connectors, widgets, compounds, scrap papers, leather, and pig iron. I fired, I hit, I fired, I miss again, the fixed bayonets and charged the last few rapscallions. Correct. Actually, the very first rifle that you get to craft is a fucking musket, just as the Founding Fathers intended. You can get a little crazy with it, though. Semi-auto rifle, bolt-action rifle, pump actions. You can make a Tommy gun, tactical shotgun. You can make an AK if you are so inclined, or sniper rifle. Absolutely. All right. Flockville. Oh, this is one of the bases you can build. Alright. Alright, someone needs a shipment of 50 food delivered, sure. Alright. Oh, can we load Buckin ball? We sure can. I really feel like canister would probably be the better way to deal with the infected, though. Uh-oh. Area's infection is very high. High infection will cause your risk to increase much quicker. You best keep moving. I'm hardcore and I know the score. Yeah, no, we're gonna move on. Red Ant Fuel Depot. Aren't many places to fill up a gas tank in the Hormiga Desert, but this is one of them. Travelers who are brave enough can try siphoning fuel while keeping watch for hordes of infected. Try not to dwell on the possibility you might one day join them. Search hastily. Alright. Got 1,530 fuel, some pre-fall material, mystery liquid, and pig iron. Yep. So yeah, you search and you get the fuck out. Is how this particular transaction goes. Yeah, 6-pound cannon. Are you disgusted by the poor? Yeah. 6-pound cannon canister is pitiful. 12-pound cannons aren't light. True. High stress. Your character's stress is very high. Exceeding a character's stress limit can have catastrophic consequences. You can reduce stress by cooking high-quality food. Your crew's exhausted. You must sleep. Oh, we're so dead. Wow, managed to sleep in the death zone here. Yeah, maxing out stress is a really bad thing. Your character tends to have a breakdown, and yeah, bad things happen. Yeah. The road ahead is covered by a sickly-looking fog. It seems to be slowly drifting towards you. Hey, hey. It's like the Stardew Green Rain. Alright, charge through. Fuel times 40, or speed through, fuel times 100. Yeah. Fog is thinner than you expected. You emerge from the cloud unscathed, and your crew breathes a sigh of relief, not to mention fresh air. Again, a 10-pound paragun is an in-between cannon with a decent punch, aimed it's made of cast iron. Yeah, that would be a pain in the ass to lug onto the truck, unfortunately. You've arrived in Gold Sands. Located deep within a mountain valley, this remote village was built to be safe from the threat of infected hordes, at the cost of being cut off from civilization. Deliver food. You transport the shipment of food to Gold Sands. The air is thick with dust, and the residents are sallow-faced and haggard from hunger. As you make your way to see the mayor, you are stopped by a number of villagers who stretch out their hands toward you, begging for food. The mayor's house is about as rundown as every other building in the village, and he looks just as malnourished as his constituents. Have you tried, just not starving? Have you tried being better at running a city, sir? When you tell him about the shipment, he tries to rise from his chair, but the weakness in his muscles sends him careening toward the floor. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Seeing your truck full of food, the mayor's eyes gleam. A moment later, his happiness is replaced with an expression of utter defeat. He turns to you and pauses for a moment before finally speaking. I'm afraid we don't have anything of value to offer. If we did, we wouldn't be in the middle of a famine. Once the people are fed, they can get back to work. If you come back in 10 days, I can pay you back with 10 units of building materials. Yeah, sure, that's a decent deal. Yeah, sure. Well, thank you. Just give us 10 days and we'll pay you back. You'll see. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that cash ever again, am I? Never again. Alright. Why don't I rent the VIP suite and get my stress down a little bit? There we go. You should be giving me the VIP suite for free, by the way. Just saved your sorry-ass town. They have a lot of water. They have ore. That's actually not a bad one. And thread. Okay. Yeah, scarce items, all sorts of food. The mayor couldn't pay, but other people can. Trader from the Tyrannus faction interrupts you. They're planning to sell the same goods as you. Will you let them go ahead of you? The city is controlled by the Civitas faction. Agreeing will improve relations with this faction. Nope. The only time you get fucked doing that is if the trader is of the same faction that controls the city. Otherwise, fuck them. Fuck them, pay me. Alright, let's go to the bar. Let's see. Hey, look who it is! The priest. Let's chat with Reed. What's your stats like? Your stats are shit. Oh, and you're infected, too. Eating human flesh reduces stress, but eating ordinary food does not. Melee combat reduces a small amount of hunger. Being wounded or infected again may lead to death. Cat girl, animal handler? I'd handle that animal. Patina! What's your deal? You are an animal lover. Can interact with animals. Should I team up with the cat girl to conquer the wasteland? It's feeling right. It's feeling right, you know. Oh, and she's adorably bad at cooking. That's cute. That's cute. Intellect crafting. She doesn't have any god tier stats except for the animal husbandry. Good cannon that might work as a 6-pound wired rifle. Very accurate for a cannon with decent case shot. Canister shot is lacking. Or, you know, we could just use a machine gun. I think a machine gun would work well. Or, you know, howitzer, maybe? Howitzer? Sentry. True sentry. What's your deal? Yeah, you're not terribly impressive. Technician. Ooh. She has a lot of virtue, though. This can lead to disagreements. Oh, but she's really good. She's really good. We might go for the technician. Let's see. Aviator. Heavy sleeper and night terrors, huh? Yeah, nothing amazing. Nothing amazing skill-wise. Hey, it's Bart. Shaman Burn. It's a nibbler and a city slicker. City slicker sucks. Greatly increases when outside a city, gradually reduces when in a city. That sucks. You spend most of the game outside a city. The technician's, yeah, the technician's pretty damn good. We'll have to be goody two-shoes if we're having her along. She has no foraging, no hunting, or cooking his ass. This will lower your relations with this faction whether you succeed. Yeah, go for it. There's strength in numbers. If you have 2 people taking turns driving, you won't have to stop it as often. Metropole relations +5. What are my relations looking like here? Try a sort of recoilless rifle. It's a weapon with heat options. True, true. And then I could be Sergeant Reckless. Yeah, virtue divergence. Difference between your crew's virtue levels is too high. This disparity may result in disastrous consequences when making certain event decisions. Nah, we're gonna be a goody two-shoes and get our virtue up to hers. Which will be the example we aspire to. Alright, let me increase my cooking here. Alright. Time for a drink. What a title. Thank you, thank you. Glad someone appreciated it, REZ. Alright, bottoms up. Your driver is drunk. Switch drivers or wait for them to sober up. Yeah. Worth it to get rid of that stress. So yeah, we'll just, Your camp is approached by local busybodies that tell you there's a no parking zone. If you want to sleep, go to the city, and fuck you. So we're just gonna rest until the drunkenness wears off. Okay, and we're good. We got cat girls, gentlemen, because of course we do. Of course we do, yep. We have a cat girl and the guy from Mad Max. All smushed together. One gigantic pastiche of fuckery. Softfoot Mire. The old gas station. I've seen you going down to the old glory hole. XCOM truly was ahead of his time. He truly was. Why do the snakes have tits, though? Beautiful sunset bathes you in its orange glow. Set up. Yeah, you should be watching sunsets and moon as much as you possibly can. Stress is a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, why do the snake girls have tits? Why do the snake girls have tits? Why do the Argonians have tits? To seduce human men with taste, obviously. Ah. You've arrived in Scawampus Landfill. This place is filled with unwanted detritus. Even more so now that you're here. Alright, let's search carefully the landfill in the middle of the night. Alright. So yeah, you want to be searching landfills for this kind of shit. It helps you craft things that you need. Alright. Where are we headed next? We could get a look at the prospective base. Oasis. You look through your binoculars and spot an oasis in the distance with clear blue water and lush greenery. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. Technician had a good time with the oasis as she was happy we're attacked, huh? You rest for a while at the oasis. It's so wonderful that you need a little time to wake up. Wake up. Fall out with vehicles. Correct. Alright. Come a little closer. Come a little closer and moan in my ears, zombie. Boom. When you're fighting humans, they actually get to shoot back at you. It's rather unfortunate. I got 20 tires still? That's good. Arrived in Flockville. The city used to be a major center of commerce. Back then, when the holidays came around, its residents would head back home to spend time with their families before returning to their daily grind, flooding back into the city like flocks of migrating birds. Fuck you! But I guess now that the zombies here, everyone has ran so far away. I was just telling me that vehicles were basically done with, even though we have robots still operational. Yeah, I mean, there were vehicles in the non-3D Fallouts. And there probably should have been in the 3D Fallout, just Bethesda didn't. Bethesda didn't have the bravery to do it. Your city, Iguanada. The city is completely abandoned. There's not a soul in sight, and all of the buildings have long since fallen into disrepair. You could claim this place for yourself. Once you repaired some of the buildings, you could get citizens to move in and produce things for you. Look at the iguana. What a cutie. What a cutie. Alright. So I'm actually going to upgrade cooking again. That should be enough too. So something that I should do that I didn't do. Yeah. Camp. Party hookup here. No, never mind. Kitchen. There we go. Cook. Bulk. Let's do 65 because there's still another place waiting on some food. So confirm. You mean advanced cook rations 18, normal cook rations 47. We have the bravery to bring back the trucks. Working as a long hauler is just the start of it. So yeah, cooked rations reduce a little stress when you eat them, since you're not just, you know, opening your mouth and having the nasty 200-year-old peaches slide down your throat. Could also do some, what if we did pork and vegetables? Can we make like some stir-fry? What happens there? Stir-fried meat. Yep, sure enough. Advanced stir-fried meat. Oh, baby. Alright, what do you got? Right, you're gonna be our crafter. Okay. It's like 25. So yeah, like this shit is all great. It's where we want it to be. Although I could go crazy and just like just keep upgrading crafting every single time, make her a crafting god. No, I think I want a little more attack. Can I make? I think it uses your highest crafting when you go to make something. So let's see if we can maybe make a weapon for us. Steel bar, crowbar is a good way to go. Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Crowbar advanced. And a crowbar. Cool. We'll give each of us a crowbar. That'll give us a little more crafting. So yeah, she's up to 28 now. Legit. And let's see about crafting her a gun as well. Crude rifle can make a musket. Ah, okay. Pump action shotgun, tactical shotgun, like standard pistol, steel pipe, iron, and connector. Musket pipe gun. Can we make a musket? We cannot make a musket. We're just gonna create a crude rifle here. We're making the pipe rifle. We don't have iron. We don't have connectors. We don't have a steel pipe. All right. Better than nothing. Now we got the crowbar. Shame Breen still owes us a beer, right? Kind of suspecting that that bastard will never actually give us the beer. All right. So yes, you can build a base here. It's a pretty cool system. You can hire people to work for you and start, you know, getting lines of production set up. It's all very autistic and very soothing. But we've got things to deliver. God damn it! So let's bumblefuck into the desert again. And away we go. Ignition has not encountered the toxic fog experience. So yeah, your people will have your people will have conversations every once in a while. Okay, let's watch the sunset. So yeah, stress is gonna increase a lot slower now that we have actual cooked rations to eat. Pile of corpses. You find a gruesome pile of dead bodies by the side of the road. Simple travelers from the looks of their equipment. You aren't sure what misfortune befell them. What do you want to do? Alright, we're gonna bury them because I'm trying to be a good boy to make the technician like me. Virtue +2. May they rest in peace. Shit, she got virtue as well. Or no, we didn't. Okay, I just got the virtue. Good. Yeah. Why don't you get one more crafting? Chopper. She's a happy hunter. She's a country mouse. More likely to dislike cities, and she's a party person. Oh, baby. And she has no charm whatsoever. Oh no, that's a charming haircut. Alright. Having technician take over. You've arrived in Hirondell. A series of viral outbreaks has shattered the peace of this once sleepy town. We finally made it to Rivendell. Let's see. There's search, there's furniture recycling, there's disassembled debris. We can trade. Yeah, let's do a quick search here. Water, tires, fuel, ammo, scrap, and rations. Not bad at all. And let's see what the traders have got. At the center of the city, a group of scavengers has set up camp in a well-fortified building. You might be able to strike a deal with them. Let's make a deal. Okay, so the big noob trap here is bartering. The big noob trap here is bartering in these camps. Because every time you barter, it takes a little bit of time, and every time time passes, you have a chance to be attacked by zombies. So you don't barter in here. Let's see. What do I have to sell you? I don't have a whole lot to sell you. You've got some good shit to sell me, though. They have fish, they have meds, they have cloth. Cloth's a good one. Might get some salt. Get some salt, get some cloth. Yeah. Some fish, maybe? Perhaps some fish? We could see if, I haven't seen anybody needing fish. We're still at risk 0. Why don't we do another hasty search? Yeah. Okay, now our risk is ratcheting up, so. This is a well-known hitchhiking spot. Who knows the kind of people you might pick up? Well, we don't have room for them, so. El Olvidado Landfill. The Forgotten Landfill. Spooky. Sharpshooter started talking about gardening. Technician isn't interested in gardening at all. Shut the fuck up, old man. Animal seller. Spot a camp on the horizon with a menagerie of strange animals. It seems like these folks are animal traders. What kind of other animals do you have? We acquire a cat. Because of course we do. Appetite +1, max stress bonus determined by husbandry. Equip. The cat keeps you sane for just a little while longer. That's all it takes. Alright. So yeah, if you manage to fall in love with if you manage to fall in love or in lust with your partner, you can relieve stress in other ways. But it's kind of hard to do if you don't have the right traits, which we don't, unfortunately. Might take my attack up. Yeah. Alright. Attacked due to our high risk. Yeah, let's kick their ass. Night accuracy penalty halved. Alright. Get him. Get him. Get him. Please get him. Need you to be hidden here. Need you to be hidden here. Alright, we can melee them. Tectura. It's got a store, a repair shop, a library, and a bar. It's got a lot of shit it. It's got a lot of shit it can sell. What do they need? They need rations, wood, flour, salt. We got some flour and some salt. We got some dried. All right. Well, let's go to the New Life Factory. What do you create? Oh, okay, okay. Let's head on in there. Sharpshooter heard someone talking about them in glowing terms. Their opinion increased. Ah, yeah. I am happy with technicians so far. A large rusty boat is sitting by the side of the road. Either there used to be a river running through here, or you're starting to hallucinate. Let's check it out. Yeah. Find a few supplies in the boat's cargo hold. Scrap and some rations. Sweet. Boat food. Technician started talking about Sharpshooter. Hey, she's buttering us up. Does that mean she's planning to rob us? It probably says a lot about me that whenever someone starts to compliment me, especially someone I don't know very well, I just assume they're planning something horrible. They're trying to get me to drop my guard. What would be best for you to do? I think, honestly, it's probably best to just keep cranking crafting up here. Alright. We could search carefully, but we're kind of fucked if the zombies attack. So yeah. I think we'll be big fucking cowards for now. Oh, books. Oh, they have abundant building materials, huh? You know what? I think I'll go for that. Alright. Do you want anything that we have to sell? They are short on rations. We could go for that. They're short on cloth. Let's do that. Love that your currency has weight since it is just scrap you're trading. 237 ammo in the truck, that's fine. Let's go for tea. I'm pretty sure they needed tea at that city, so... yeah, let's do that. Did they need tea? They did need tea. Alright. Let's go to Tectone. Yeah, we got 21 tires still. We're fine, right? Or Tectura, not Tectone. You've arrived in Tectura. Located far to the north, the city's proximity to a number of major ore mines has led it to become a center for producing building materials. Most cities in the region were built using its products. Where's the Trigun mod? I bet it exists. I bet it exists. Want a vast sharpshooter, hell yeah. Alright. So books are abundant, that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Take 120. And yeah. Here's where all of our purchases pay off. Let's see if we can upsell. Nope. Sell some of the salt. Oh, they're out of... oh, I'm out of space in my cargo hold. Okay. You can overload the truck a little bit. It has no downside. Just means we can buy things. Aha. Building materials are heavy, though. We can buy some liquor. Let's buy some liquor. That'd be a good way to lose some weight in the truck's cargo hold. Yeah, gimme. Cluckertown Trailer Factory. This factory produces truck trailers. If you provide them the necessary materials, they'll be able to replace your trailer. Oh, never mind. Let's go to the repair shop, though. Let's repair our hull. Upgrade the truck. Let's see what we can do here. So we can go for less fuel use, we can go for a better hull, we can go for comfort, more storage, which is probably not a bad idea. Max crew +1. Let's go for more storage. So yeah, that's the big weakness on this truck. And anything else we can sell? Because we're kind of short on scrap now. Kind of running a little. Yeah, okay, we can sell like 20 of our rations. Sure. Groovy. Let's do the VIP suite at the end, celebrate our good fortune. We could go to the bar and meet some people. Scholar. Due to their incompatible traits, party person and recluse, technician and scholar's opinions of each other have fallen by 12. So the bard. Bard. He's bardcore. Photographer. Due to their compatible traits, technician and photographer's opinions of each other have increased by 24. That one's going in the cringe compilation. Got a lot of focus, though, as a photographer should. Actually, a lot of farming, too. Wow. Okay. Might have to grab photographer when we start setting up our base. Shock troop. Due to their incompatible traits, party person and question mark, technician and shock troop's opinion of each other have fallen by 10. Let's chat. What's your deal? Well, that's a lot of focus. Jazz, what a cutie. Oh, I love that ponytail. What a cutie. Ponytail and the vaguely superior look of disinterest and judgment. Yes, absolutely. Give me Jazz. Driver. Leaf. You're a speed freak. Driving speed plus 15%. Oh, baby. The dancer. Due to their compatible traits, heavy drinker and drinker, sharpshooter and dancer's opinions of each other have increased by 30. Due to their compatible traits, country mouse. Aha. Sharpshooter and dancer have fallen in love at first sight. They're an item now. Sometimes you don't have a choice. She's hot in a shock troop. Is she some sort of battle sister? Yes, she is. Last time I played this game, the shock troop was actually my waifu. Like, we fell in love, and we fell in love, and yeah, she was like with me from the very beginning, and we had a beautiful, beautiful relationship. And then she died while we were exploring some kind of secret laboratory thing. And a few days later, a clone of her popped out that fucking hated me. Because she thought that we had broken up. It was the weirdest fucking thing, but it's that kind of game, you know. Your waifu dies, gets cloned, and decides she hates you. Flirt with you? Companion, sharpshooter, and dancer sneak off for some private time. Stress reduced. Sharpshooter's stress was reduced. Both sides think better of each other. I should probably have thought better of that. Oh, hey, look, it's a male cat. It's a cat boy. It's an adventurer. Seth. Seth the cat boy. He's a happy-go-lucky pacifist. He's also kawaii as fuck. Instructor. Oh, wow! That's a lot of intellect. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm glad to have him floating around. He's gonna be fucking amazing for the town. So we'll poach him sometime soon. He also has a shit ton of intellect. Okay. Gizmo. Alright, we got the blacksmith. Country mouse and town mouse. They hate each other. That's a good amount of crafting. Nice. Town mouse polydipsia. Really. Greatly reduced thirst limit. And night driver. We have a Winnie the Tin Can. It's a robot, she's a workhorse, increased fatigue limit, and she's a new driver. Aw. You'll figure out driving eventually, Winnie. I believe in the plasticity of your neural circuits. What a cutie. What a cutie. Okay, we do have a lot of jobs, so... Let's see. Who do we want to get on good terms with? How about the blacksmith? What you got? DUSTLAND Mutual, a Spree Mountain branch, has purchased appliances for some local government functionaries. Deliver appliance box × 2 to DUSTLAND Mutual. Wait, 1,200... 1,500 scrap. Yeah, we'll get that. And maybe one other delivery. What Tyrannus? What you got? Daveton is making purchases for an art festival. Delivered artwork box ×1 to Daveton. Sure. Alright. There's Gold Sands, we're waiting on them. Oh, Daveton's right there. There's the food, and there's the Spree Mountain branch. Okay. Wide Plains. Someone sent a distress signal here, but it doesn't look like they're under attack from infected. Uh-huh. Sounds fishy. Maybe we come back to that. Spot a billow of exhaust in the distance coming from a lone car driving down the road. Do you want to approach it? Sure, let's... Driver turns out to be a merchant. They ask if you want to buy something. I already have a cat. I don't need another cat, do I? Oh yeah. Oh, Sharpshooter's very happy. Sharpshooter's very happy after his little adventures in Tektura. Was it little, though? Rest with them, rob them. Let's chat. Nice, okay. So if you do crafting, you can acquire blueprints. So yeah, let's go for that. We've arrived in Wide Plains. This town is home to a handful of still operating clothes manufacturing workshops. Also, you know, zombies on the street. Go for a hasty search here. Water, tires, fuel, ammo, scrap, rations. Okay, a little bit of everything. Very nice. I think I want to roll the dice again. I used to roll the dice, chat. I don't think I can sing the rest of the meme version. Might get clipped. But yes, I used to roll the dice. Ooh, they got fruit. Alright, let's grab some fruit. Let's get real fruity with it. What else do you have? Dried chicken squab. Ugh. Pheasants, oyster mushrooms, button mushrooms. The spices. If I'm gonna be spice, where the fuck is my wolf? Gimme! Gimme! I need her. I need her! We'll just keep leveling up her crafting here. Depart. Yeah, Spice and Wolf, fantastic anime. I only saw the remake, actually. I haven't seen the original, but sounds like they're fairly similar. They're both can be recommended. Alright. Up ahead, you catch sight of two men who appear to be running for their lives. One of them trips and falls, lying face down in the dirt. The other man just runs even faster. Seeing your truck approach, the man runs towards you, screaming for help. You see no sign of any infected chasing behind him. Let's assess the situation. Take a bird's eye view. Looking in the direction he ran from, you catch sight of something tailing him through the grass. The man who fell earlier has already had the flesh stripped from his bones. Whatever's out there is definitely after him. Wants to Spice and Wolf? Too bad, you get Junk and Hyena. Wonderful. Let him in the truck. You're not sure what the danger is, you're not going to stick around to find out. You slow down just enough to let him hop on board, then slam the accelerator and hurtle away in a cloud of dust. Man takes a moment to get his breath back, then peeks apprehensively into the rearview mirror. He seems to want to say something, but stops. What the hell was chasing you? Rats! Infected rats! They killed everybody! Every last one of us! He cries. So, humans aren't the only ones susceptible. He hesitates for a moment. Well, I guess my NDA is null and void now. Yep. If your VTuber company goes under because everybody got eaten by rats, the NDAs are null and void. If they can't pay their talents, they can't pay for a lawyer. We were doing research into the infected in the lab when one of our lab rats managed to escape. Man suddenly panics. He implores you to turn around and kill every last one of the mutated lab rats. Why? Before the incident, we weren't sure if the mutated rats were capable of breeding, but if they are, then... let's turn around. If animals can become infected and still multiply, then that's an apocalypse waiting to happen. You gotta head back. Luckily, you haven't strayed far. The rats, with no other targets in the vicinity, have gathered around a nearby rotting corpse. Luckily for the corpse, he seems to have died before the rats even got there. The wind kicks up directly in your face, forcing you to squint. Kill it with fire. Hey, Space Lord, how's it going? We're burning rats with fire, infected zombie rats. Throwing highly flammable fuel around in a headwind turns out to not be the brightest idea. The oil slick ignites, doing damage to your truck. I mean, shooting rats is not gonna work. Stomp on them, I guess. Your rat pancaking strategy works, though it's not very efficient. Takes a lot of effort to track down and stomp each one. As you breathe a sigh of relief, the researcher scratches his head awkwardly. If you wouldn't mind, there are still rats back in the laboratory. What's in it for us? Yeah, there better be some fancy lab equipment you're giving me. No harm in negotiating. Unfortunately, having been forced to run for his life, the researcher has very little in the way of valuables to give you. Fine. You agree to take a look. Overjoyed, the researcher tells you that the lab isn't far from there. Just burn the fucking place down. Now let's do some recon. You arrive at the lab, the door is shut tight. Put an ear against the door and hear the squeaking of a wave of rats behind it. You conclude that waltzing straight in would be a bad idea. Kill it with fire. Yep, douse the place with fuel. You upend a canister of fuel. Some of your crew take responsibility for lighting the fire, while the rest prepare to stomp on any rats who manage to flee. Alright. Open the door, get on the floor. You enter the lab, stepping over hundreds of dead rats in the process. Alright. You walk through the large facility, its hallways filled with rat-gnawed corpses. As you begin searching the rooms, you conclude that any infected rats you encounter would choose to attack you head-on rather than hide. You're not sure that the thought brings you much relief. The broadcasting room? Why do you have a broadcasting room in a lab? Broadcasting room is filled with human bones and all the lights are out. You presume the facilities have been rendered unusable, and sure enough, you look behind the console and find several gnawed-through wires. Sure. I got books. Alright. How about the break room? Doesn't seem to be anywhere for anyone to hide in the break room. It looks relatively untouched. Do coffee. And the office? Inside the office, you find the skeletons of what you presume were researchers who failed to escape in time, and piles of documents that are either covered with blood or gnawed to shreds. You eliminate a few rats hanging around. Got a medkit. Alright. And the testing area. After taking out the rats in the admin area, you walk down the end of a long corridor and arrive at the door to the testing area. Just like at the front door, you clear out the rats in the testing area using fire and blunt weapons. There are a lot more rats in here than there were outside. Oh dear lord. Archives. Researchers tells you that the incident occurred in the middle of a critical experiment which required almost all personnel to be in the labs, meaning that the archives were left unharmed. Unfortunately, the data from the experiment could not be saved. The break room? Lost ointment and building materials. Much like the break room in the admin area, this room seems relatively untouched. The layout here is much more complex than you thought. In your hurry to move through the facility, you end up dropping some supplies. Sterilization chamber. Technician was wounded. Being accidentally wounded has taught Technician a valuable life lesson. During the incident, the panicked researchers crowded into this area hoping to find an exit, only to die in the crush. You grimace, then carry on cleaning out the remaining rats. As you're midway through your efforts, a rat emerges from a corner and bites one of your crew. Hope she doesn't turn into a zombie, and search the lab. You stop for a moment to pick up your courage, take a deep breath, and charge into the lab. If only we had a flamen. Yeah, that would be nice. The emergency sprinkler system is still going, which complicates matters somewhat. Gross, sweat rats. We managed to finally take care of the last of the rats. Researcher looks around at the carnage of the laboratory with a sigh of regret. Suddenly you hear a noise and turn to see a metal cabinet by the wall begin to wobble slightly. You pick up your gun, ready yourself, and quickly pull open the doors. A man tumbles out of the cabinet, alive but suffering minor burns. The researcher immediately recognizes him as the laboratory director. What are you doing here? Man seems too weak to spawn. Fine. Give him some food. Man falls into a coughing fit but eventually rallies. What are you doing here? Too weak to resist. Seriously? Fine, give him some water. What are you doing here? You okay? Man nods and looks around, recognizing the researcher. He sighs. Look at this place. All the rats are dead. The lab went up in flames, then got doused by the sprinkler system. How am I supposed to get any useful data out of a pile of ashes and barbecued rat corpses? Always thinking about the mission, huh? I know some cats that would have loved that place, right? I think all cats would have loved that place. How'd you survive? The director gestures at the large metal cabinet. It's fireproof. We used to store chemicals in it. When I realized there was no way out, I shut myself inside. I didn't expect to make it out alive. And what are you gonna do now? Well, since you tore this place to pieces, there's no equipment left to salvage. My best hope is finding another institute and convincing them to let me recreate my research from memory. That seems like a fantastic idea. Hold on a second. The director starts rummaging around in the voluminous pocket of his lab coat. He pulls out a few crumpled sheets of paper and bursts into a grin. That's only the tip of the iceberg. The papers record the composition of several of the experiment's control groups. It's clear that there were severe issues with at least one group of rats. At least the research won't have to restart completely from scratch. Yeah, no, it would be what a shame if this never happened again, right? To thank you for saving him, the researcher hands over a stash of supplies he's managed to scavenge from the facility. All on a day's work. Cover critical data for research into the infected. Alright, technician got 2 levels. The director and the researcher set off on their journey. And 2 cores. We take those. Alright, you need to be fixed. Yeah, we'll use a med kit. Oof. Alright, let's set out for now. We really can't stop here. This is backcountry. After downstream landfill. You know what? We'll come back to that. Let's boogie off into the mountains here. Just want to get our risk to 0. Nice. Alright. Camp. Sleep. Alright. What makes sense for you? Probably intellect, honestly. Yeah, taking intellect early gives you more XP for the length of the game. Yeah, I think we just keep upgrading her crafting, honestly. Alright, now we check out the landfill. Got a lot of scrap and some crafting shit. Alright. As a workshop for the game, I have a mod idea of adding in a World War II HMG options such as the DHS-K M2 Browning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the machine gun that you mount is an MG42. Lone traveler by the side of the road waves you down. They ask if you can give them a lift. Checker leaves, you realize they've stolen something from you. 4 books. Bastard. Nice. So we can actually, so you can purchase oh, we actually have some credits. That's surprising. How much do I have? 2,000 scrap worth. Alright. So yeah, credits are the way to store scrap without it taking up weight, but there is a little bit of dead weight loss. Sure, let's purchase some creds. We'll get 100. We have Homestead. Produces books, seasoning, honey, and scrap. They produce scrap. Interesting. Honey, book, seasoning, water, coffee beans. Okay, they need rations, ammo, fuel, tires, building materials. Yeah, we could sell them some building mats. While driving, you come across an abandoned truck by the side of the road. The doors of its cargo trailer are wide open. Want to check it out? Why would it take 3 hours to thoroughly search the truck? How many hidden compartments do we have? Sounds like a scam. I don't trust it. I don't trust the abandoned truck. You've arrived in Homestead. This mid-sized desert city on the northeastern edge of the valley is a mercantile hub and a lifeline for nomadic desert dwellers. Sweet. Alright. Why don't we sell some of our building materials then? I think they're waiting on 10 building materials under that one contract, but yeah, let's try to upsell these. Trader from the Syndicate faction interrupts you. They're planning to sell the same goods as you. No. Fuck off. Alright, you got books, you got honey, you got seasoning. Bees make honey. I make a purchase of their honey. Alright, who we got? We got a lot of new people. Hello. Yeah, always good to meet everyone. Electrician. Okay, his name is Bam. Oh no, it's Bam Margera! Kinda actually sorta looks like him, too. If he followed a productive path in life. Femme Fatale. What's your deal? Violent, sweet dreams, recluse, and night owl. Alina. Alright, she's a nice balanced character. That's cool. Got a bandit. Rock the Bandit. He's infected, bloodthirsty, and ex-racer, and he's got night terrors, and he's got a cool hat. Wish wearing those hats didn't expose you to allegations of racism from idiots. They seem like fantastically useful hats for keeping the sun out of your eyes. Sociable, troublemaker, and accident-prone. Yeah, that's a decent amount of crap. Oh, foraging is a lot. Nice. Gearhead. That's a lot of crafting. Scales the gearhead. Sounds like a shitty video game. River the Tourist. What is it that a tourist does in this world? He's got his golf clubs at least. He's a clown. Can tell jokes. He's God's silliest clown. Singer. I mean, only difference is either made of plants or leather. True. Oh wow, she's worthless. Can perform at parties though. Nyctophobia. Driving at night increases stress. Wow, you're worthless. Alright, Maul. Good to meet you. Food runner. Misty the food runner. Oh yeah, she's nice and balanced. That's cool. She's an epicure. Eating hugely reduces stress. That's really nice. We have a cosplayer. She's got the Seifuku. She's got the face mask. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. She actually has a lot of attack. Rainbow. She is actually probably a decent combat choice. Needs a little focus, but that is a shit ton of attack. Wow. Cooking's good too. We should try and make nice with Metropole. Who's gonna buy them a drink? Yeah, sharpshooter. Metropole relations +2. Cool, I think Metropole doesn't hate us anymore. There's the repairman. What's your deal? You're a chatterbox with polydipsia. Yeah, decent amount of focus. Okay, yeah, not bad, not bad. Not bad, Lynn. Murderer! Just straight up murderer! Crow the murderer! The Dust Wolves seems like wonderful people. But yeah, that's 20 attack, oh man. Does not panic in combat. Winning melee combat hugely reduces stress. Not bad at all. Haze the Assassin. Oh, you suck. What, are you assassinating rats? You suck. What else are you good for? Archaeologist. Archaeologist selling his ass. Okay. Guess we're trying to fund the next dig by letting people dig into you, huh? Crafting and intellect are decent, yeah. Foraging as well. Oh, cosplayer, what do you want me to deliver? Art to the old gas station. Gimme. Oh, and we'll stay at the end. After a cozy hotel, sharpshooters begun to like Homestead. Looking for things you can't find on the market. Oh. Hey kid, looking to buy some merchandise, anything goes. Gotcha, yeah, we don't do that sort of thing. Interesting, so you can just sell the shipments there. Ancient core. Treasure map shows the location of a hidden pre-fall core. Interesting. Titan. Undisputed king of the infected. Don't try to fight a Titan unless you're packing the very best equipment. And we are not. We are not. Not even close. Sands, the old gas station. Alright, I think we make our way down to Foxton here. Yeah. Oh, that is ass. There is no nice way to get to Foxton, huh? Let's go to the last stop. We'll go to that. Yeah, that. We can check out Iguanata and Foxton. Depart. I'm sure I might purchase a little more creds. I'll purchase another 100. Just keep our weight down. Depart. We're gonna have to Hannibal it. Yeah, probably. Oh, another oasis. Rest for a while at the oasis is so wonderful that you need a little time to wake up. Wake up. Yeah, if you play this game, managing stress is it's the killer. It's what gets most people the first time they play this game. Luckily, I am a pro. I would never make such a mistake, right? Entering the village, you find two groups in a standoff. On one side are what look to be villagers, on the other side is a band of armed men of unknown origin. Both sides have weapons drawn, and it looks like you're about to witness a bloodbath. Ghost Town gunfight. Are the powder gangers showing up? What's going on here? Leader of the armed men speaks up. We were passing through town trying to mind our own business when suddenly these villagers pop out and start trying to rip us off with all these fake fines and taxes. Points down at his boots. They said there was a 20,000 scrap fine for double knotting my laces. We're well within our rights to levy fines on people who break our rules, the village headman shouts back. There's a 15,000 scrap fine for calling our fines fake. Oh, the armed men. You know what? You know what? Every once in a while, just a man needs to build a killdozer. Range damage -1. Uh-oh. This might be bad. Alright, looks like our truck hull is holding up. Especially if they miss like idiots. Alright. Once they get into melee range, we'll be able to kill them. Victory! Thanks a ton for helping us out of that bind. How can we reward you? Cash money, baby. Every once in a while, a man simply has to embrace the killdozer. Alright. We could actually upgrade the truck too. We probably should do that. Maybe a little more hull. A little fuel use might be better. Yeah, let's upgrade the hull. All right. Well, I think we did a good thing today. You know, wiping out small town bureaucrats is only a good thing. It only makes the world a better place. What kind of bullets are they using if they can pierce metal sheets? Good ones, very good ones. Nothing useful in the abandoned boat. Fair enough. Ugh. Yeah, this is shitty terrain all the way down. You know what? So shitty. I think I'm going to plot a different course here. Let's go to some of these places. "16 kilometers an hour, dear lord." The Dustland Arena. Yeah, we gotta go back now that we're a little stronger. Gotta win an arena fight. Try to navigate through. The gaps between the wrecks are wider than you expected. You managed to navigate through unscathed. Good. You've arrived in Weary Cloud Gas Station. At times when travelers are few, the inhabitants of this gas station will head to the nearby woods and harvest honey and medicinal herbs to stock up their shelves. Nice. What you got for me? Got some fuel? Good. Honey and medicinal. Oh yeah, that's a lot of medicinal herbs. Probably gonna get a banger price for this. Alright, they need some ammo, they need tires, eggs, canned fruit, building mats, but we can't sell the building mats. Let's sell some ammo. I can part with some ammo. Maybe 3 of our tires as well. Cool. And off we go. Technician started talking about food. Sharpshooter isn't interested in food at all. How have you survived this long? How have you survived this long? How have you not gone crazy? Yeah, we'll take attack up here. Huge patch of cacti is blocking your only way forwards. Some of them standing over 10 meters tall. What will you do? Oh yeah! Cacti are more formidable than you realized. You managed to make your way through, but your truck takes some damage. 20 hull. Whoopsies. You've arrived in Foggy Cove. All year round, this town is blanketed by the misty vapor coming off the Great Lake to the north. Furniture recycling. City has a bunch of discarded old furniture lying around. You might be able to extract some useful materials from them. Carefully disassemble them. Passes 3 hours. 66% chance of success. It's crazy. Ton of abandoned buildings in the city. With a little demolition work, we could salvage some useful materials. So that's a way to get some free building mats if you're willing to take the risk. Don't think I'm willing to take the risk just yet. Water, tires, fuel, ammo, scrap, and some rations. Beautiful. Yeah, that risk is rising pretty quickly. Oh, and they just sell building mats. Beautiful. Let's get... Yep. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Only thing we can sell is rations, but rations do sell for quite a lot, so yeah. Cool, we can do that. We can get some building mats. Confirm. Water purifier, water. Yeah, we'll get some salt. Alright, depart. Not bad, not bad. So yeah, you really do not want to stick around in those pile of corpses. Yeah, that's good conversation, you know? Quite the conversationalist there, technician. Iguanata. Before the fall, Iguanata was renowned as a city of culture, now it is only known for the copious desert lizards that give it its name. Apartments. The 50 cal will pierce metal sheets easily, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we do have these abandoned apartments. 2 hours? Yeah. Okay. Rest passengers. There we go. Nice. So that just goes a little differently because it's a town, and you can actually have people living in your apartments and kind of just keep them in storage for when you need them for your crew. Alright. To Foxton. Rupert Murdoch would be proud. He has a whole city. Another abandoned truck. Sure, we'll search it thoroughly for all of the strange cargo hidden compartments. Managed to find a ton of stuff left by the truck's previous owner. A lot of scrap, a lot of rations. Okay. Glad we did. Glad we did. Yeah, so Foxton... Or Daveton is the one. Gotcha. Right, Foxton is looking for just food. I see. City belongs to the Dustwoods. Due to your relations with them, they have been barred from entering. Try to enter... Ask to speak to their leader. Lost 20 clap. You've arrived in Foxton. The people of this town are said to be skilled businessmen, sly and wily as foxes, probably where the name came from. Deliver the food. As you deliver the food to Foxton, you notice that the houses around here seem brand new. Certainly newer and shinier than the dilapidated shacks in other towns. Looking around, you see nothing but houses, with none of the facilities that you usually find in other places. How do they make their money? Ooh. Are you running a real estate Ponzi scheme? Looking over the shipment, the mayor pauses in thought for a moment, then turns to you. Looks good to me, compadre, he says. There's just one little snag. Times are tough around here right now. Do you think you could sell it to us at cost price, amigo? We can give you 800 scrap. Like I said, times are tough. Let him know exactly what you think of his offer. Yeah, alright. You factor in the cost of transportation, selling the food at cost price means you made a pretty substantial loss. Lame. Yeah, probably should have been much firmer with him. Hope Springs Fuel Depot. El Yermo. Broken down truck. Someone is broken down by the side of the road here. Maybe you can lend a hand. Sure. We can go for that. Why not? Actually gonna camp and sleep now, just so everybody is well rested for going through the danger zone here. Two venison, sweet. Going into the thicket didn't leave us in a sticky wicket this time. That's the ticket. Ooh, it might have been dumb. Okay, let's go up to the Still River rest stop and then move into here. Yeah, we do not want our risk high when we deal with whatever the fuck's going on with the broken down truck. You've arrived in Still River Rest Stop. Located at the end of a tributary to the Still River, the stores here are stocked with just about all you need for survival. Nice. What we got? Oh, we've got a... Is that a horse girl? Is that an Uma? It's a knight errant. Bernie. That looks like an Uma. 10 attack, 20 focus, 20 speech, 0 crafting, 20 intellect, 25 virtue. She's a foodie. Eating reduces stress, won't eat unpalatable foods. Negotiator, and she's peckish, reduced hunger limit. Martial artist. It's how. Ni hao. Okay, so we don't... Oh, wow. We can't get a read on all of his stats. So if you don't have amazing focus, you can't get a read on people's stats or skills all the time. But we do have amazing focus, which is kind of surprising. I wonder if we'll ever see Dancer again. She was cute. What do you have? Griddleville. Where's Griddleville? Oh yeah, it's right down in there. Yeah, sure. We're probably gonna swing by Griddleville anyways. Gimme. Keep driving. Oh shit. Come across a truck with the hood open, billowing smoke. A man stands to one side trying to fix it. No grain, no gain. Stranded driver 2. Driver is clearly struggling to fix the broken down vehicle. Seeing your truck pull up nearby, he hurriedly ceases his repair efforts. Seeing that you mean him no harm, the driver relaxes and continues seeing to his truck. Like most travelers, he carries a gun to keep himself safe from infected. For someone who appears to be a seasoned Dustlander, his repair skills leave a lot to be desired. You'll need a bigger socket wrench than that. Driver glares at you and starts digging through his toolbox. You missed a screw over there. Driver shoots a glance at you and loosens the screw without saying a word. Hey, careful, you'll break it! Driver stops and throws up his hands. You want to take a crack at it, hotshot? Yep. Driver explains that his truck broke down while making a delivery and he'll be docked pay if the goods don't arrive in time. I'm good at driving trucks, he says. Fixing them? Not so much. You really probably should get good at fixing them if you're going to do it for a living. But yeah, we can repair the truck. Driver readily agrees. If y'all already made it through the Dustlands in one piece, you gotta be better mechanics than me. He sits to one side to take a breather and hands you something to drink for your troubles. 2 liquor. That's worth the trade. Here's your problem. Clog in the fuel line. Takes you a while to remove the blockage and clear the carbon deposits. Once you're done, the truck is up and running again. You're surprised to discover how negligent the driver has been about daily truck maintenance, not out of ignorance, but sheer clumsiness. Yeah, she's ready to go. As you're fixing the truck, you catch sight of some kind of faded insignia on the bodywork. Looks familiar, but you can't place it. Eventually, your curiosity gets the better of you, and you ask the driver about it. Huh. Oh, that? It's the logo of our base. Speaking of which, we're a little low on manpower for deliveries. If you're interested, I can introduce you to the higher-ups. Base? What kind of base? Oh god, am I joining a cult? Driver looks a little uneasy. I don't know the specifics. Us guys in the outer circle, we just handle the food deliveries. The pay's pretty good. Might as well take a look. If the money's right, you're in, and you're curious about what this base is actually for. Follow the truck down a bumpy road and arrive at the base. Looks like there's nothing here. Seeing your suspicious glance as the driver gets out of the truck, looks around some unremarkable-looking ruins for a moment, then stamps on a spot on the ground. Nothing happens. The driver scratches his head. Maybe you're stepping on it wrong? Driver thinks for a moment, switches to a different angle, and jumps up and down. Nothing happens. What are you doing? It worked just fine last time. The driver shakes his head and throws up his hands. Put some muscle into it. Driver thinks for a moment, grabs a hefty piece of rebar from nearby, and slams it down on the ground with a loud metallic clang. A moment later, a hatch in the ground opens up and 2 guards climb out. Driver throws the rebar to one side and happily greets the 2 guards who appear, clutching their ears. Are you insane? What part of tap gently don't you understand? On seeing you, the guards suddenly stiffen. You stand where you are and gesture toward the driver, who explains the situation. Soldiers soon realize you're here for work. What is your base for, exactly? Guards glare at you and make it clear that your questions are not welcome. Maybe you need to gain their trust first. We're looking for work. Guards look at your truck, then pull out a walkie-talkie. After a brief radio conversation, they give you a job, delivering supplies to a nearby city with trade with them regularly. Alright. That is nearby. The grain depot. Deliver the grain to the town, but they give you no payment in return. You can pick up your payment here, says the functionary, pointing at a spot on your map. You shouldn't head directly back to where you came from. Safety reasons, you see. Interesting. Well, let's do the VIP suite. How far afield are you sending me? Holy shit. Gateway rest stop, okay. The passing through gas station in the middle of hell. Okay. I'm also curious about the circus, so yeah, let's head there. Oh, actually, we have a delivery to make to Daveton first, so let's go. Let's make sure we're not leaving Dave in a twist here. We are rather overloaded. About 600 pounds overloaded. No, I don't care about Iguanata. Set out. Abandoned AFV. Wow. An abandoned armored fighting vehicle sits by the side of the road. Its rear hatch is open and it's been stripped of its armaments. Want to check it out? Yeah, real quick. Nothing useful. 10 days are up. You should head back to Gold Sands to collect your debt from the mayor. Yeah. Fuel, milk, bread, water. They have bread, wow. Oh, they need honey. We can make a really profitable trade here, I think. Let's profit from these desperate people. In the middle of zombie hell. Now we need to move on. We are in a bad place. We don't go fishing here. Yeah, get some fuel. Cool. Trade. Alright, you have a shit ton of fuel, you got a shit ton of bread and milk. Yeah, let's sell some of our medicinal herbs. Yeah, get fucked. I think about it, any tank turrets would be a pain to upkeep since the turret drives need batteries, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, much better to just have, like, either static turrets or just mounted machine guns. It is just a semi-truck, after all. Yeah, we'll just get, like, 90 bread. That's fine. Depart. Fuck. Oh, I really hope I get out of the danger zone before everybody gets tired. Oh, we're not getting out of the danger zone before we get tired. Oh, that's bad. Alright, let's at least get to the lesser danger zone. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Camp. Sleep. Yeah. Enemy caused your crew to panic. Let's do our best. Gun buddy. Unless someone wants to turn a tank turret with a hand crank, which, you know, there are definitely early tanks where that's the case. 94 scrap through winning the battle. Yeah, let's try sleeping again. Alright, set up. Stray dog. Notice a small dog sitting beneath a road sign. It's barking at you. What do you do? Should we get technician a dog? Sure. Hired a hunting dog. I'll make the hunting dog mine and give the cat to the technician. Sure. I'm sure having a dog and a cat in an enclosed area will be just fine. We've arrived in Daveton. This town is to be the home to a group of horticulture enthusiasts. Okay. Troublemaker. Technician and troublemaker's opinions of each other have increased. Cool. Maybe you should flirt with them. I'm down to play wingman for technician. Let's go. Technician is one smooth operator. Both sides think a little better of each other. Very nice. Well done. Well done. Stunning and hates driving. Hooking up with crew members reduces much more stress. Others are much more likely to fall in love with this character. Aha. It's an intellectual. That's a lot of intellect. Yep. She's romantic but also rude. Sounds like one of my animes. Enigma. 30 attack. Wow. We got animal handler. Yeah. Not a whole lot to do here. What's your delivery? Saint Critter. Alright, yeah, we could do a little, stopover in St. Critter. Yeah. I'm gonna buy you a drink, too. After a terrible time drinking at the bar, Sharpshooter has begun to dislike Daveton. And we'll try and repair our relationship with the Dust Wolves here. In case I need to hire any murderers or brigands or hooligans, you know? You never know. You never know when you need such a person. Usually when you're dealing with worse such people. God. Wooden crates. Spot a few unopened wooden crates scattered up ahead. The wood is rotted black, but the crates are still intact. They might still contain some useful items. Open those loot boxes! Break open one of the crates and find some supplies that seem to be in decent condition, all things considered. Sure. Ammo is more valuable than gold. Yeah. It's worth admiring the moon tonight. Our stress is getting kind of high. Something tells me this is like a horrific setup, right? This is the grain pain. Roadblock. Some jerk has set up a barricade in the middle of the road. You see the wrecks of all the cars that tried to break through it. What do you want to do? Sure. I would just ram through the barricade, but my hole's already a little low. You've entered the Gateway Rest Stop, a place for people to rest for a while before entering or leaving the valley. You arrive at the base. Much like the last place, it's a subterranean complex with a single above-ground entrance. This time there's someone there to greet you. You hand them the receipt and they give you your payment in return. 1800 scrap, okay. Sorry, no more deliveries needed right now. Tell us what's going on here. Though the guards remain stony-faced, a man emerges from the base moments later. The people who work for us have a right to know what we're doing, he says. Besides, we've got an important task for them and they look a lot better suited for it than the rest of our drivers. He ushers you inside the base. You finally made it into the base. It looks big. There are two large spaces adjoining the corridor on either side, but you can't see very far into them from where you are. You're ushered into a waiting room. The manager in charge of logistics invites you to take a seat. So, what's your base for exactly? It's a large-scale agricultural facility, says the manager. Most of the canned goods and ready-to-eat rations sold in the Dustlands were made with what we produce here. You've probably bought something that came from here at some point. And what's with all the secrecy? The base was built by army scientists around the time of the fall due to the lack of arable land for long-term cultivation. Okay, that makes sense. So it's basically underground greenhouses. The seeds were modified to be able to grow underground so that humanity could have a chance to survive without dying of hunger. Need for seed! I know a girl like that. Why are you low on drivers? Had trouble finding drivers who can fight and who aren't working for the Syndicate. Okay. Yeah. Said you had a job for us? We have two principles here. One, no one can know where we are, and two, we can't allow the Syndicate to monopolize the flow of resources. You think back to the driver you met earlier. He might have been a little sloppy, but he could hold his own in a fight. They could rely on him for short-distance supply runs, probably nothing more than that. Your performance in the last job showed us that we can trust you. Long haul? Not a problem. Not exactly. It's a bit more complex than that. I mean, of course if it was a simple delivery, he wouldn't be talking to you in private. We need you to collect seeds for us. Seeds that we haven't been able to gather so far due to the distances involved. Why not get a Milsec escort? Unfortunately, not everyone in Milsec is worthy of our trust. We can't afford any more losses, sure. What do you need us to do? We sent a lot of people out to find these seeds, but there's one place we haven't tried. Here, he says, pointing at a spot on a map. We're not sure what you'll find there either. Could be trouble, or it could be a simple in-and-out job. Hands you an illustration. The seeds we're looking for look like this. Once you find them, deliver them to one of our bases just here, he says, indicating another spot. Oh god. Is this Audrey 2? Seed search. Need for seed. Most wanted. Oh, I will buy a couple medkits, I think. Gimme. You have a lot of medicinal herbs, too. Probably a good time to stock up on tires, being real. I think we'll get intellect to about 20. I think that's a big enough brain. Okay, we slept at the inn. Alright. I have to admit I'm curious about the circus. Just as long as we don't wind up in the Pain Olympics or something. Ugh. Were the BME Pain Olympics a real thing? Like, I know, like, the event is a real thing, but you know the video. You know the video. Was that real? Always wondered. Always wondered. Cattywampus landfill. Okay. Infected traveler. Spot an infected watching you from a distance. He seems surprisingly coherent and non-hostile. Hey! Y'all got any food or clothing? I'll pay a premium. Unfortunately, no. You've arrived in Cirque de Déchets, a performing arts group formed by a coterie of eccentrics. This seems like a horrible, horrible recruit. There are unique characters looking for work here. Circus performers tend to have high focus except for clowns. Hire an acrobat, hire an animal handler, or hire a clown. Ooh, we could buy animals. I kind of want to hire a clown. We don't have the, don't have the space for him, sadly. You spot a man at the entrance trying his best to hide. He's peeking in through the flaps. You good? Man seems to be focused on something. He ignores you. What you looking at? Following the man's eye line, you realize he's staring at the path to backstage. He suddenly becomes extremely animated, hollering and waving at somebody inside. You good? Weirdo finally notices you. He introduces himself as Stan. You ask him again what he's up to. Isn't it obvious? I'm here to cheer on Primal Donna, the shining star of the circus. He points to an animal handler emerging from backstage. She's quite attractive. Isn't she gorgeous, Stan sighs? Oh, he's the Primal Donna Stan. I feel like that's, I'm getting Eenie vibes. I'm getting Eenie vibes just from the name Primal Donna. You got good taste. Yep, she's a looker. Your words seem to set the man off. Hey, keep your grubby eye mitts off of her. She's mine. She's my Oshi. So you're pretty familiar with the circus performers? Of course. I know and love every one of them. Well, except for that magician, Alan Kazam. Stupid, handsome bastard. I see the way he looks at Primal Donna. You really like this Primal Donna, huh? Of course. I've even told her how I felt. Yeah, and how'd that go, you ask? Half mockingly. She said she was interested. She's even agreed to go out to dinner with me. Your mouth hangs agape. This guy? Thing is, I don't know how to act. What if she thinks I'm boring or creepy? You'd put a bet on the latter if anybody would take it. You gotta be assertive, you gotta be romantic, you gotta have money. You gotta be romantic. Decide to watch their date from afar. When Primal Donna arrives, Stan's waiting for her with a bouquet of flowers. So far, so good. Are you a parking ticket? Stan stutters out. Cause you got fine written all over you. Damn, girl. God damn it, Stan. Without saying a word, Primal Donna does a 180 and starts walking away. At least she didn't pepper spray him. Small mercies. Intellect -1. Amazing. Another day at the circus. As per usual, there's a sold-out crowd. Everyone's cheering except for one elderly gentleman sitting next to you. He sighs and shakes his head. What's wrong? You young'uns probably don't know the difference. I got to see the circus before the fall, back when I was a boy. What a wonderful place it was. This jackanapery just doesn't compare. What was the old circus like? Man begins listing off the acts he saw as a child, which don't sound much different from what you're seeing in front of you. Sounds like it hasn't changed, you say. No, the old man slams his fist down. You don't understand. Back then, it wasn't all just cheap tricks and gags. There was an art to it. Commedia dell'arte. Congratulations, you're now stuck in a conversation with an old fart complaining about how things were better before. Does the circus have an archive or something? Old man thinks for a bit. They do. I remember hearing that they got a storeroom backstage. It's where they keep the props, records, and other oddities they found. That'd be the perfect place to find inspiration. Together with the old man, you head backstage and tell the storeroom manager what you're looking for. It's not often we get folks interested in the history of the circus. Come on in. The circus storeroom is packed full of stuff. Other than a few frequently used props, the rest of the items are covered in a thick layer of dust. You'll probably want to start with the dusty stuff. Can we chat with the storeroom manager? Something about pre-fall circuses? Not sure if we've got something like that, but there are things in this collection even I'm not aware of. Sorry I can't be of more help. Alright, let's check the older items. Compared to the well-maintained props, the stuff in this section is mostly dilapidated junk. Snapped tight ropes, rusty cages, books and papers of unknown origin. It's all buried under a mountain of dust and cobwebs. Well, the props. Some of these props have been used for years. They're clearly well cared for. And maybe we need more clues. Aha. Let's talk to Pierrot. To the office of the amazing Pierrot, proprietor of the circus. Welcome, friends. I hope you've been enjoying the show. The portly, flamboyantly dressed ringmaster greets you warmly. What can you tell us about Primal Donna? Pierrot perks up at the mention of Primal Donna. Of course you'd want to know about her. She's the shining star of our show. She's got suitors lining up the block, you know. She's a good lass, that one. Good head on her shoulders, and she's a hard worker. His voice sounds warmer and more genuine than before. She's gotten offers way better than I can give, but she doesn't care about the scrap. Couldn't leave an old man like you all alone, she says. A good lass, a good lass. Pierrot chokes back tears. What can you tell us about the history? Yeah. My favorite subject! Pierrot seems very excited. Hey, mine too. Struggling not to speak over himself. We started off in Incitatus, but then we moved to Tyrannus. Fewer thugs trying to shake us down, you know. After what happened to the Haggard Plains, we had to pack up shop again! Pierrot seems to have stumbled upon a sore memory, and he quickly changes the subject. Did you know that our circus was founded before the fall? He beams proudly. Have you visited our storeroom? We might even have a few brochures from back then lying around. Okay, let's look for brochures. Orange through books and papers. You laboriously comb through the unindexed collection. Takes a while, but you eventually find an old brochure for a circus nearly yellow with age. Leafing through the brochure, most of the images you see don't look much different from your typical circus. On the front page, however, you see a section titled Synopsis. It tells a heartwarming story about a man returning home after years on the road. Was it like a play or something? The old man reads the brochure. I see! His eyes light up with understanding. That's what this circus is missing. A story! There used to be a thread that connected all the acts. It wasn't just a bunch of random performances. Aha. Check for a list of writers and directors. How are we going to turn the circus into a story? Sounds like the work of a writer or director, but the Dustlands don't exactly have a thriving literati. What do you make of it? Right. Check for a list of writers and directors. You're unable to find such a thing in the brochure. Even if you could, there's a slim chance that anyone on the list would still be alive. Should we talk to the owner of the circus? That's a good idea. Piero and I may not always see eye to eye, but I know he appreciates real artistry. Found this brochure. Pierre looks at you quizzically. Hand him the brochure you found. He begins leafing through the pages. A circus telling a story. I can't say I've ever heard of such a thing. Piero looks engrossed. And to think this was just sitting in our storeroom all this time. Fascinating. Let me call the others. Piero gathers the other performers in the room, who seem just as intrigued by what you brought. Any writers or directors? Everybody shakes their head. I remember there was a fellow back in the Haggard Plains who made a movie, but I got no idea what's happened to him. Would you be interested in doing something similar? You don't have high hopes. Business is doing well, and you doubt they'd want to totally retool their performance so drastically when it already draws in such big crowds. That's not even mentioning how much work would be involved. To your surprise, Piero's eyes light up at the suggestion. You know, if you had just brought me a new act, I probably wouldn't bother. Why rock the boat, right? But this... Piero runs his hand over the cover of the brochure. This is our legacy. To think our forebears did something this extraordinary. How can we not give it the old clown college try? With that, he looks around at the other circus performers. Of course, only if the rest of you sign off. We'll need all hands on deck for this. Without a moment's hesitation, everyone nods. They clearly respect this man greatly. Looks like he'll be needing a story to tell. You say that, but you got no idea where they could start looking for a writer. Yeah, we'll help you out. We'll look for a writer. You will? Thank you so much. The circus is in your debt, Piero smiles at you. And don't worry about the story, I've already got an idea. I'll call it Dust Stranding! No! He flourishes his hands dramatically. It's a story of survival, of hope, of rebirth. You gonna have a cute bunny girl in it? We'll need a few things. First, we'll need a few infected. Next, we need a way to make the infected docile without killing them. We need to keep them alive until the end. Lastly, we need a way to kill the infected, but not something mundane like a gun or a bat. That's too crude, too bloody. We need something with more impact, something natural, perhaps. That's a lot of stuff. Show must go on and casting Paul. Yep. Infected, a non-violent way to pacify them, and an elegant way to kill them. Yeah. Leave. Interesting. That is a cool quest. Alright. Oh, I see. I see, so it's marked on your map where to go. I see. Don't know how I feel about capturing some infected. Alright. Sure, these people seem fine. Tires... Let's go for food. I love how the whole world has just turned into the Monument Valley. You've arrived in Griddleville. The small village seems to have all its bases covered, economically speaking, collecting salt from the lakes to the north and bringing it back here to be refined. The villagers are said to be people who have run out on their debts. Aha. Interestingly enough, World War II tanks all had hand-crank backups. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if the battery fails, you need a way to turn the damn turret. Alright, completed the task. Well done. Well done. Darting through Griddleville to the village headman's place, it becomes apparent to you they've got a whole lot of guns trained on you. The headman regards you with indifference, his mind focused on other matters. His tune changes when he hears you brought the building materials. How's the Dustin friendship going? Oh, it's going magically, Dr. Frederick. Some mini had an electric turret drive, so it can turn faster. Oh yeah. No, most of them had an electric turret drive, but I think pretty much all of them did have a hand crank backup in case that drive failed. Yes, we brought you your building materials. Headman looks over the building materials. His smile soon turns into a well-practiced grimace. He begins pacing back and forth, hemming and hawing and making a big show of looking conflicted. There's just one thing. I really hate to do this, but after a few more of these theatrics, he turns back to you. With his best kicked puppy look, he says, "Look, I appreciate what you've done. I really do. The old man promised to sell us these materials at below market price. Could I ask you to honor that agreement? Can't imagine the old man giving anybody a discount, much less at a time like this. Yeah, not happening." As you say that, several armed villagers emerge from hiding, their weapons trained on you. The headman looks a mix of desperate and angry. "These weren't even your materials to begin with. Just cut your losses and take what you've been given. This doesn't have to get messy." Unfortunately for you, we happen to like messy. 40 ammo and crew attack greater than 25. Yeah, you know what? Unfortunately for you, we happen to like messy. The Ragtag Village Militia are no match for your crew. Within a few moments, you have them disarmed and at your mercy. Though clearly a practiced cheat, the headman seems unaccustomed to such violence. He gets on his knees pleading, "Mercy, friends, mercy! You know how it is these days. You gotta fight for you and yours." Yeah, pay what you owe and we'll be out of here. Bitch. Bitch! Should have made him pay the bitch tax, but, oh well. Alright, yeah, let's go to the pick-me-up gas station. You picked up the old man's mantle pretty well. Having fulfilled a couple of orders, it's time to head back to Gorgeville. You might have gotten a new order or two. Oh, okay. I don't know why I would. Don't know why I would, but yeah, fair enough. Let's go ahead and sleep in the spooky forest. That's probably not the best. Yeah, hold up. Let's go see if we can capture those infected for the circus. Yeah, going through the mountains is not the smart way to do that. Nothing useful. Screw you. St. Critter and the DUSTLAND, the old gas station, gotcha. Sadly, you've forgotten about an ancient technique of bigger army diplomacy, exactly. Yep, it's rule number 1 of diplomacy, always know whether you're bargaining from a position of weakness or strength. Not far off the road, you see the wreckage of an airplane. Charring on the hole indicates there was a huge explosion when it crashed. Want to check it out? Yeah, real quick. Find a ton of stuff in the cabin. Uh-oh. Managed to capture a few infected. That should be enough. Time to bring them back to Piero on the circus. Quick battle. I think I'll actually go to the Gateway Rest Stop and sleep first. I am really flush with cash. They don't have a damn. I was hoping they'd have a repair shop. I want to upgrade my truck pretty extensively, actually, if I can. Water veggies, canned fruit cloth. Nah. Although, I could buy a shit ton of herbs. Yeah, why don't I do that? Alright. Back to the circus. It's where I belong, god damn it. Infected meat, human flesh, or clothing. So yeah, that wandering infected. Imagine just carrying around a bunch of human flesh. Who would do such a thing? What kind of a depraved individual? Alright, Piero. We brought infected. Excellent! Piero turns to one of the infected. Welcome to the show. Hope your bark is worse than your bite. The other performers groan. Okay. Yeah, why don't we go back to Gorgeville and see if there's a new order. Oh yeah! Managed to ram through the barricade, but your front bumper takes some damage. Fine. Just fix it at the repair shop, then. Worth it to deliver justice to that barricade. Back in Gorgeville, you find a man sitting outside the office door. He seems excited to see you, then confused. Who are you? Where's the old man? His dad. Shit, that's a shame. I guess the valley isn't what it used to be. Folks picking up where he left off? We got a list here. Cities in need of building materials. Each city needs 6 units and we're paying above market price. Dionysia is a special case, being a bigger city and all. They'll need at least 15 units. All cities on this list, huh? No smaller settlements? Look, call me callous, but the big cities need it more. For the future of humanity, what would you rather see overrun with infected? A bustling metropolis or some hodunk shack out in the dust? Where are we going to get all these building materials? You're asking me? Isn't that for you to figure out? North of the valley is where they make all the building materials, from what I hear. They've been having trouble with their food supply. If you were to bring them food, you should be able to flip it for as many building materials as you can carry. Simple enough, right? Yeah, we know enough. Bulk materials order. Aha. Story bulk order. Dionysia needs a shipment of 15 building materials delivered. Might be able to find enough to hit up some of the factories up north. Aha. Head to Cornucopia, click on the Ministry of Agriculture button, and Lumberville, the Forestry Department. Aha. Aha. Alright, so yeah, maybe we'll go up north. We know that Tectora has building materials. Beerville. Ooh, Beerville sounds like a place I'd like to be now. Alright, let's see what's going on with the grain. Oh shit, stop. Turn around. Need to repair my shit. Oh, hey. Got some salt I can flip here. Seasoning, meds, clothing, and relics. Nope. Yeah, I think I want to use some of my scrap to upgrade my truck here. Yeah, let's go for the fuel use. Each horsepower +1 and fuel use +2. Ah. That's pretty damn cool. That's pretty damn cool. We can actually afford it if we sell the creds. Fortunately, I think you have to do that at a bar. Tire durability +25. Sure, why not? Probably wouldn't hurt. Okay, hit you up, hit you up, hit you up, hit you up. Oh, we got the prawn. Oh, baby. We found the prawn hidden in the tree stump. What a strange formative moment for children that doesn't happen anymore. Used to be people had porn stashes out in the woods and stuff. Every once in a while, the children would stumble upon it. Arrived in Blanket Rest Stop. This was once a fertile farming village, but years of drought have left it barely able to produce seeds. People who stayed behind turned their hand. Oh yeah, we heard about the Blanket Rest Stop. You arrive at an utterly ordinary-looking village with no sign of the crops required by the base. You decide to ask the mayor. When you do, he immediately asks you to leave. Well, ask might not be the right word, as he does it by brandishing a pitchfork at you. Let's ask a child. Child looks at your drawing, shakes his head, and immediately breaks into a sprint, occasionally glancing behind him to make sure you're not following him. Aha. Something weird is going on here. You follow the child into the nearby woods, but he seems to have vanished. Look up at the trees. Nothing up there but leaves. Look at the ground. See a set of footprints, but no sign of the person they belong to. Look around. Nothing but tree bark. Follow the footprints. Follow the footprints up to the point where they stop. One of your crew slips on something, grabbing onto a tree trunk for stability, they fall straight into the tree. You finally realize how the child managed to disappear and squeeze into the dark tree hollow. Flashlight. There's a noise up ahead, then a sudden glow. Your flashlight must have made the kid feel threatened. As you venture further in, you discover the exact plant you were looking for, burnt to a husk by the kid. Damn it. Oh. Game over, yeah! That sucks. Fuck you, kid. Seriously, fuck you. Convoy of vehicles comes into view roaring down the road. The folks in the convoy are heavily armed and look decidedly unfriendly. Get the fuck out. Put the pedal to the metal and peel out of there. They don't seem to follow you. Yeah, let's level up. What would be a good thing to level up for you? Making you a better cook is probably not the worst idea. We should do some cooking as well. Yeah, just more crafting. Always more crafting. Eternally crafting. Sir, shall I load the incendiary rounds? I think so. Unfortunately, the incendiary rounds are what fucked us there. We needed to not burn the plant. Ah, well. A fuel cache. Puppy Palace gas station. Buy some jerry cans of fuel. Is the Puppy Palace secretly, like, really a depressing place? It probably is. Nothing is as it seems. Infected swarm. Massive swarm of infected stretches all the way to the horizon. Nothing good has ever been described as a swarm. Good thing we have a pickup truck. Ram your way through. Truck takes heavy damage running over all of those infected. As it would. I feel like there's definitely a limit to the number of humans you could run over, even with like a big rig, before, you know, things start to get before the gears start to get clogged up, you know. Yeah. Come on, buddy. I really need to make better guns. Just bash them with the crowbars. Sharpshooter broke up with Dancer. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen her in a very long time, so... Makes sense. Watch, she's probably going to be waiting for us at St. Critter. St. Critter is a very interesting name for a town, by the way. We've arrived in St. Critter. This village is said to leave offerings to a highly revered wild animal they call St. Critter. Complete the task. A silver flash flies through the grass ahead. It looks to be a small animal, but you can't identify it. Is it a Tsuchinoko? Let's try to learn more. Just then, you encounter a few local villagers. You tell them about the strange creature you saw. Oh, you must be talking about St. Critter. She's the guardian of this village. She even saved us from an infected swarm once. We thought we'd all be Zed Chow, but then she brought over a bunch of forest animals and killed them all. Interesting. Noticing your curious looks, the villager bids you to stow your guns and follow him into the tall grass. Emerging into the clearing, you see the little silver creature again. She regards you with indifference, then lays down for a nap. Doesn't look like she has much to worry about, seeing as she's guarded by a pack of ferocious-looking wolves. Ah. How do we appease her? That's easy. Bring her an offering. What sort of offering? Infected meat. Not too rotten, though. She doesn't like rotten. Huh. Fresh kibble. Stay at the inn here. Saw Warhorse. Calabash. Oh, we don't know his stats. We don't know his traits, but his stats are pretty damn good. Combat unit. Oh. 20 attack, 15 focus, not bad. Robot homophile new driver. It is a gay robot. Wonderful. Another adventurer. A camel mindset, and he's a rain hater. Greatly increased thirst limit. Rain increases stress. Yeah, none of you are terribly exciting. You got a delivery for us. The Road Construction Bureau Mount Bellow branch is this is considered hard. I mean, we're probably headed down that way yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not even that far. Yeah, shit. Easy. Just go right there. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, so we have to get through the mountains somehow. Forest gas station. I'm sure nowhere around here produces our building materials we're after. Alright, but that's fine. We could set out in that direction. Could go wrong. Oh yeah! You easily crash through the barricade like an anthropomorphic drink pitcher. Oh yeah! Time tasks. Yeah, we need to get to the old gas station. And then yeah, I think we need to head up north and just like hoard an absolute shit ton of building materials. Man. What a shitty environment. Come across an old gas station. The dilapidated facility suggests it was abandoned long ago. Seems like somebody's recently started using it as a camp. Do some recon. Okay, they're friendly. Yeah, why don't we chat? Hard blueprint for stock. Oh, like for a gun? Cool. I could see that being useful. Alright. Let's go to Dionysia first. Dude's stress is getting pretty high, so, yeah. Arrived in Dionysia. Situated on the edge of the Twilight Valley, the city has grown populous due to its proximity to the fertile farms south of the mountains. Thanks to its large population and successful industries, it's become a center for entertainment. Oh, there's a casino. I see. Enter Dionysia's Casino, a glitzy and glamorous place by Dustland standards. Gamblers flit between the card machines as faintly glowing slot machines whir and chime. Only about a truck with those cabins with a bed in the back. I think we probably have something like that, although it does look like they camp out in the open, so maybe not. Let's play cards. Find a nearly full table of people playing a pre-fall game called Blackjack. The rules are simple. Try to get us... Yeah, I know how to play Blackjack. Place a bet. You've got a 10, which means you can hit without worrying about a bust. Dealer's got a 7 showing. Yeah, not a bad situation. Hit. Got a 19 now. Would be wise to stay, but you never know. Yeah, stay. Dealer gets a 17. You win. Cool. Paid for our VIP suite tonight. Hello. Sharpshooter saw the goddamn Emperor for the first time. Emperor Beans. Hello, sir. Technician, I think you should totally hook up with this guy. Flirting failed, woman's charm is too low. The Emperor is not interested in that particular concubine. Chemist Yanni. She's not bad. She's also offering to get frisky. So sure. Our stress is out of control. Wasn't bad. Sharpshooter feels a little better. Salesperson. She's a foodie, she's a rain hater, and she's romantic. Aw. She has some amazing speech. Wow. There's NG. NG Han. We've met the other sharpshooter, Sharpshooter Biggs. Well, he's got 24 attack. Damn, I wish I had that. Of course the Emperor is interested in techie. He has the mandate of heaven, right? Lucky the veterinarian, alright. Why don't you dick down technician? That was the most unedifying experience of technician's life. They never want to see that person or this city again. Stress slightly reduced. Well then. After some utterly perfunctory lovemaking, Sharpshooter doesn't like Dionysia as much as they're used to. It wasn't Sharpshooter getting it though. Alright. Fine. It's what I get for trying to manage stress. Ooh, here we go. Flirting failed. This character isn't interested in flirting with a woman. Whoops. Well, he is an artist. I should have guessed. Okay, well, that was a thing that happened. Let's do some crafting, actually. We can probably make some decent guns here. Standard pistol. Okay, so we need to be able to make a pipe gun. Need some foil. Okay. Steel pipe, pig iron, and foil. If we do that... Legendary musket. Okay, so a lot of people in the bar will sell junk. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, give me 4 foil. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. All right. So now we can make that pipe gun. Or no, we can just do the standard pistol. We can just do the standard pistol recipe here. An advanced standard pistol. Looks like we have everything to make a bolt action, too. Let's go for it. Crafted a bolt action rifle. Legit. So it's 2 ammo accuracy plus 15, damage 1 to 5. Or no, sorry, that's the bolt action. Yeah, 2 ammo, so that means you get to take 2 shots per turn. Accuracy 40%, damage 2 to 6. That is legit. can make a semi-auto rifle for 2 bolt actions. Not bad, not bad. Ooh, and I can make an AK once I get the semi-auto, and I'm willing to give up 3 cores. Legendary musket must be an Enfield 1853 in prestige condition. I think so. Although we did just make it, so who knows? Oh wow, we can create our own. We can create our own liquor. We can create our own tires out of leather and mystery liquid. Create our own books. Turn water into wastewater very easily. Actually, craft your own cores. A pig iron can be used to make building materials. Nice. Plate armor only gives you 10 defense. Yeah, you're much better in a pair of knee pads than, you know, full plate armor. Also, you can craft plate armor out of fiber, scrap paper, and leather. That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Bomb suit. Oh, baby. All right, well, let's learn the bulletproof vest. Ooh, success rate 80%. Yeah, worth a shot. Yeah. Advanced ballistic shield. We're just short on iron to make a bulletproof vest. Let's go to a bar and see if anybody is selling scrap. Junk. Sure, give me 4 fiber. You can also trade junk from these people. So, oh, they have iron. They have 6. Okay. Gimme. Confirm. Run around in knee pads. People will think you're bucking for a promotion, right? Right. She wants a gear. Wants glass. We have a lot of glass. Let's give her some pieces of glass. Alright, well, let's just lock it in. 3 pieces of glass. For your 6 pieces of iron. Gimme. Cool. Now, we can craft another ballistic shield. Cool. Alright. And we'll give you the shoddy. Both of us get ballistic shields. Very nice. Okay, that should help with our survivability a whole fucking lot. What headwear? Can we make any cool headwear? Aha. A thinking cap increases your intellect. Get a baseball cap. Really trucker it up. Speech plus 5, charm plus 1. That's not bad. Charm, speech plus 75% and charm plus 1. Oh wow, look at those, look at that crafting shit. Oh wow. It's a cowboy hat. Speech plus 50% and charm plus 1. Fitness is actually not a bad thing to have. I think I'll learn the trapper hat. Study success is only 60%. Yeah, well, coin flip, why not? Yeah, beautiful. Being advanced. Alright. Yeah, why don't you advance the beanie? Why don't you get the beanie and she can have the trapper hat? I like it. I like it. So we get a little extra charm. That's not a bad thing. Shitty Hall. Nope, not here to deliver that just yet. What are you looking for? Ooh. finally get to do my spice and wolf routine. Sell all those spices off, make a huge profit. Ooh, they're looking for prawn, too. What else? Venison? Yeah, why not? Did I sell my honey? I sold my honey. Damn. Ammo. I actually need some water. I'll buy like 20 water. Beautiful. Some rations wouldn't hurt. Pork bread, scallop, crab, and shrimp. Uh-huh. Alright. Let me check the bar right. Yeah. Passing through gas station. Wonderful. Let's do some recon. They're nice people. Let's trade with them. We're looking good on fuel. We could actually probably go for some more tires. Gimme. Ember City. Okay, I gotta try. I gotta try. Gonna do just a little bit of scavenging here. Now move the fuck on. Absolutely not. We're not stopping for anything but not stopping for anything. You've arrived in Ember City. What was once a prosperous city has become a living hell. It's furniture recycling. There's research blueprints. Some will scavenge books. Okay. All right. Real quick, in and out. 24 water, 224 fuel, ammo, scrap, rations, a lot of books. Very nice. Let's trade. What have you got? A lot of books. You have coffee, you have liquor, seasoning, you have relics. Wow. Okay. Clothing is actually a really good one to grab. Sell some med kits. Oh, they're looking for bread. Sweet. Yeah. And we'll buy, yeah, we'll plunge this into relics if we can. Five relics, beautiful. Some coffee, why not? Yeah, going to the dangerous areas is how you make the cash. Alright, depart. Please get the fuck out of here. Sharpshooter started talking about virtue. Always everyone's favorite conversation topic. Come across a camp of survivors who seem to be running a shop out of the back of their car, and do some recon. Alright. Yeah, I think all of these take time, and we're not risking it. Stop to watch a gorgeous sunrise. Alright, time to get back to murder and mayhem. Damn straight. Oh, Bellow Branch. So yeah, Road Builder's pretty cool. Come upon a facility that feels completely out of place in the Dustlands. Though modeled with age, the sleek and stylish exterior would have likely seemed futuristic even before the fall. As you make your way inside, you find the facility covered in a thick layer of dust. Everything seems virtually untouched. Most noteworthy of all is what you find at the center of the facility, a strange, still active robot. Speak with the robot. Greetings and welcome to the Road Construction Bureau, connecting the nation one road at a time. How may I be of service today? Can I get you a cup of error token not found? Can you help us build roads? Of course. Please present your credentials of a signed approval from the local authorities. Yeah, here's my cred. Thank you. Processing credentials. Credentials approved. Please note that you will need to provide the requisite materials and manpower for all construction projects. So yeah, you can plan a new road and make traveling through certain areas not shitty. Like a really smart one to do might be connecting these two cities, since you had to go through mountains otherwise. Name the road the DG Expressway. Road's start and endpoints. No, we'll call this the Via Horsia. Oops. Name road Via Horsia. Alright. Click segments to create nodes. Distance. Trajan's Road, there you go. So you need 93 building materials, 300 wood, 3,421 ore, 138 rubber, clout reward 60. Confirm. Confirm plans. This roads will cost clout 832 to build. You do not have enough clout. Delete all roads then. Yeah. Alright. So we need to be, our britches need to be a little bit bigger before we start building some roads. Come back when you're a little, wealthier. Or is it, yeah, it's richer. Arrived in DUSTLAND Mutual, a less than legitimate organization offering savings, loans, and wealth management services. I would like to manage my wealth. We can do an investment. Thank you for your interest in our investment products. We offer daily interest rates of up to 1%. Sure. 20 days, 4,000 scrap. Yeah, sure, why not? What could go wrong? Daily return minus 1% to 0.6%. What could go wrong? And yeah, we'll purchase some creds here. 200 seems about right. Yeah, just freeing up space in the cargo hold. Spewer's deadly ranged attacks will melt your crew into a puddle if you don't have high range defense. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I don't think I'll deal with the spewer at this juncture at least. No interest in fighting the spewer. Talk about an opulent mansion located here. Ugh. What a shit-tacular area, man. Alright, let's go there. Hunt down an infected creature and bring its meat to the sink critter creature. Yeah, sure. Could do that. Search them loot boxes. Ammo 32. That was not worth 3 hours. That was not worth 3 hours. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Reset. So we're gonna get out of the danger zone here and go camp somewhere. Autoluck gas station, sure. Go back to Dionysia. I think there's a few things we can sell there. Ah, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Rude. Boom, 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 and then boom. Okay. 2,000 kilometers, not an issue. Fuel, tires, ammo, food. Yeah, sure, give me some food. Oh, I could play this game all night. I could definitely play this game all night. I shouldn't, but I could definitely do so. Alright. feeling bold and brash. Let's do a long search. A lot of fuels, mystery liquid fiber, compound, scrap paper, and pig iron. Charcoal, wood, dried vegetables, rabbit, morel, squab. Oh, nice. I think I should get some wood. This tends to be appreciated when I bring some wood to the party, you know? Yeah, don't show. I know high risk is bad. Thank you. Oh yeah. Technicians and that interested in virtue, they think they know more about it than sharpshooter. They do. They do. Alright, let's take a VIP suite. Deal with some of that stress. Oh, yeah. They're looking... See? People love my wood. Were you... You were not looking for relics. You were looking for clothing, though. Oh, man. What a turnaround. I think we bought those clothing for like 300 scrap each. Sold them for like 1,000. Dear Lord. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, the road building DLC is really interesting. It's definitely like a late game sort of thing, where you have all of your, you spot all kinds of weapons and a bunch of dead bodies lying about. These guys seem like bad news. Yeah, we're not gonna deal with you then. The bandit camp fights are actually really, really difficult. Probably want a full crew of 4 and, yeah, upgrade the truck, get a lot of, special weapons and that sort of thing. Technician became friends with sharpshooter. Hey! Nice. Perhaps they could become even more? Would be helpful if they did. Like I said, it's a fantastic way to manage stress. Yeah, I could get some more tires. Why not? Reminds me of how a bartender in Minecraft RP server had a monopoly over drinks since he's the only bartender, marking them up by 30 times than DIY. Dear Lord! That's a hell of a markup. That's, man. At least we had to endure mortal danger to go get those clothes. I guess if you're the only one willing to endure that mortal danger, or the only one willing to make a drink... Rabbit times 2, sweet. I guess if you are, then it works out for you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get dunked on. They're fast though. Managed to gather some fresh infected meat, or at least what passes for fresh seems like an oxymoron. Set up. Alright, let's give the undead kibble to the Saint Critter. 1 core, wow. You gently place your grisly offering in front of Saint Critter and her wolves. The wolves tear apart the flesh, giving the freshest, juiciest morsels to their mistress before devouring the rest themselves. The little silver creature takes a few nibbles, seemingly satisfied by your gift. She lets out a shrill cry, which the wolves seem to understand. One of them lopes off into the woods, returning shortly afterwards with an object in its mouth. It places the object at your feet. It's a core. Not bad at all. All hail the Saint Critter, damn. Not bad at all. What you got? A lot of places need wood, so we'll go for that. We'll also get some fruit. I wonder what kind of fruit you can grow in a wasteland like this. Reset. Reset. Alright. So we're running out of time on the old gas station. Let's head up that way. Blanket rest stop. Oh, I want to try the Dustland arena, actually. Yeah. Stop that fuel cache. Go to the Red Ant Fuel Depot, to Flockville. Yeah. It's all plotted out. Opinion of technician has changed. Oh, what? Because you talked about something you didn't like? You poor baby. You little bitch. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, we're... Could use some more ammo. Then I think once we deliver to the old gas station here, I think that's probably a good place to leave off for tonight. So while I could play this game all night, I probably shouldn't. Probably need to get some rest. Yeah, I don't need pets. Flour, thread, dried vegetables, and beer. No. Nothing we're interested in. Alright. Recruit. There are unique characters looking for work here. Arena fighters tend to have high attack and focus, but be warned, they're a rowdy, amoral bunch. Yep. A thug, a gladiator, or a fugitive. Never mind. I will fight in the arena, though. Let's go for an amateur bout. Oh, damn. Oh. Ran away. Alright. Well, that sucks. That was an amateur bout? Fucking seriously? They damn near one-shot me. That was an amateur bout. Alright, well, we need to work on our attack, clearly. Alright, there's a repair shop there, so let's go do that. It's been a while chatting, but your speech is too high to really learn anything from the experience. Fine. Be that way. Be that way. Ooh, stress running very high. Stress running very high. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? We can sell the fruit here. Yeah. Our stress is just really high. Oh, we're getting into summer. Season summer. Oh, baby. Alright. Let's camp. We might need to throw a party here. Barbecue. Rations 4 times per person. Fuel 50 per person. Yeah. Cool, yeah. Stress getting way too high, so we'll throw a barbecue, we'll sleep. And what a nice evening. A delightful time was had by some. Squampus. Yeah. Don't need a whole lot of fuel, so not super interested in the gas station. Hasty search. Yeah, that's why I wasn't interested in fuel. There we go. Trade what you got. You sell med kits, you sell fruit, you sell fuel. Cheap med kits, I'm not gonna say no. Ammo, tires, water. Oh, liquor. We can sell some liquor. Beautiful. Dun 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 dun. Move on. Can't stop here. This is backcountry. God damn it! All right, Gold Sands. Let's see if you're gonna pay me back or not. Sunrise, manage our stress. Ask him if he can pay. Thank you so much for trusting in us, says the mayor, handing over the consignment of building materials. You've brought this whole town back from the brink. We actually ended up producing an extra 3 units more than we expected. They're all yours. Godspeed. It's rare to find a man who keeps his promises out in the Dustlands. We got 15 building materials. Let's fucking go. Alright. So that's all we need for Dionysia there. VIP suite here. Thread, water, or nah. Yeah, I will sell some of my rations. Okay, so now we get fucked. Yeah, trader from the Civitas faction interrupts you. They're planning to sell the same goods as you. City's controlled by the Civitas faction, so if you refuse, they just say nope. And go ahead of you anyways. So yeah, only thing you can do here is just roll over and let them fuck you. Alright. And we'll buy 400 creds. Man, that's a lot. Big rent they're collecting. Oh well. Hitman. Heavy drinker and drinker. Nice. Man after my own heart. Infected, bloodthirsty drinker, new driver. He drinks and he's a decent driver. He's a new driver, but I'm sure he does fine, right? I'm sure he does fine. Bloodthirsty warrior. I'm sure. The bad technician feels a little better. Cool. Explorer. Explorer T, and you are supposedly a man. Okay. She's a puddle lover. Focus. Yeah, alright. It's not too bad. Fortune teller. Oh, wow. That's a lot of focus, speech, and intellect. Might have to come back for you. Speaking of, let's level you up. Just keep pouring it into crafting. You're our crafting monkey here. Teach me, acquired a blueprint for mounted saw blade. That could be fun. Deal with the infected in style, you know? Yeah, we were just looking for, the circus was looking for an elegant way to dispatch the infected. Really, you don't feel any particular way about the stray dog event that gave you your dog? 4,000 scrap, baby. Convenience store. Strange gas station. For the most part, this pre-fall gas station seems to be in pristine condition. Everything except for the convenience store, which is boarded up. Villagers seem to be giving it a wide berth. As you're pondering why that might be, you hear a ferocious but muffled roar. It seems to be coming from inside the convenience store. Go inside. Judging by the thick layer of dust, this store has long been picked clean. You don't see anything that could have been the source of the roar. You enter the back stockroom and begin searching through the shelves. You accidentally knock over a false wall panel, revealing a tunnel leading underground. Proceeding down the tunnel, you arrive at what looks to be an underground residence of some sort. Seems to be empty. In front of you is a living room area with another door labeled residential. Odd, who lived here? Check out the residential area. The door leads to a long hallway flanked on both sides by doors to dormitory-style living quarters. Some doors are locked. Proceeding down the tunnel, you arrive at what looks to be an underground residence. Yeah, check out the living area. Living room area isn't very large. You find a kitchenette with a freezer chest, which is padlocked shut. You also find a conference room off to one side, but there's nothing in there of note. Keep searching. You find another door, this one unlabeled. It leads to a long corridor. You proceed down the corridor, which eventually opens into a large cavern. The only light you see comes from a faintly glowing exit sign across a metal bridge. As you proceed towards it, you nearly fall into a gaping hole in the middle of the bridge. Oh. Judging by the scorch marks, it would seem that this bridge was intentionally detonated from the exit side. Somebody was being chased by what? Just then you hear another roar, this time much louder. It's coming from right beneath you. Looking down the gap in the bridge, you see a writhing mass of infected in the pit below. You shine a flashlight down into the pit. There's a ton of supplies down there, and your light catches the glint of what looks to be a key. Lower a crew member into the pit. Yeah, just fish in a barrel. With the infected unable to reach you, killing them all is like shooting fish in a barrel. You ponder the origins of the idiom and wonder if shooting infected in a pit would be a more suitable phrase for the times. With the infected dealt with, you're able to safely lower a trucker into the pit who nabs the key and the supplies. Lost 80 ammo, got 30 rations, 30 water, 2 building materials, and 2 liquor. We take those. We take those. Come Salt Bay here. Oh yeah. Give me all your building materials. Beautiful. Oh man, the truck is overloaded. Man, the truck is overloaded. Well, let's get an upgrade here. What can I sell? I need 6,000 scrap. I need to sell some stuff. We have 90 water in the truck. That's fine. We'll sell that. Whoops. Truck. Yeah, give me more storage. And that is my storage issue solved. Between the scrap I spent and the increased storage, I'm now not overweight anymore. Beautiful. Kind of want to roll back down to Dionysia and do the supplies. Why not? Why not? I know I said I would, I know I said I was in the stream once I, yeah, sure. Let's approach the convoy. Moving too fast for you to catch up. Fine. I know I said I would end the stream once I got to that city, but come on. Gotta turn in some of the building materials. Yeah, we'll just search the abandoned car hastily, sure. Alright, nice. Scavenger hanging out in the bar here. Sweet. Yeah, we do have to keep a close eye on Sharpshooter's stress here. Really don't want him losing his biscuits here. Well, and because it's summer, we actually have to care about our engine temperature. Yeah, season impact too. Yeah, we should be fine, right? Yeah, give me some ammo. Somehow driving across the surface of that lake. Fantastic. Yeah. Admire the moon. Be less homicidal, buddy, please. Technician and Sharpshooter have been through a lot together. They're an item now. Wonderful. Alright. So now we can deal with stress the way God intended. Can't hook up if you're fatigued. Alright, fine. Sleep first. Sharpshooter and Technician reduced a lot of stress by hooking up. Sharpshooter's opinion of Technician fell due to their terrible prowess in bed. Technician's opinion of Sharpshooter fell due to their terrible prowess in bed. Was it good for you too, baby? Was it good for you too? But yeah, look at that. No stress whatsoever. Alright. Oh, yeah, we're running low on tires. Yeah, I'll take 10. Huckster. Yeah, a lot of virtue for a huckster. Technician and Hunter's not getting along. Well, that's a lot of focus. That's a lot of focus in crafting. You're useful. Hired gun. Okay, nice gas mask, man. Yeah, nice balance, but nothing amazing. Right, photographer had a lot of focus in farming, that's right. I spotted an infected watching you from a distance. He seems surprisingly coherent and non-hostile. Hey, y'all got any food or clothing? I'll pay a premium. Got some clothes, buddy. Gets 2 pre-fall electronics. That reminds me. We're actually gonna go to Gorgeville, because I think they were looking for, relics, yeah. They're looking for relics, Dionysia's looking for electronics, so we got both of those. Sold 4 relics, oh baby. Should I spend all of my money on liquor? Should I fall victim to the devil drink here? I think I should. Alright, groovy. Alright, so yeah. Oh, I could get even more electronics from you. Yeah, gimme. See, I'm pretty sure Dionysia needs pre-fall electronics, right? Yeah, okay. Gonna make the big bucks here. Gonna make the big bucks here. This is the trade. Diamond hands. Oh dear lord. Yeah, how would you like to drive a gigantic semi-truck into the mountains in a rainstorm on apocalyptic roads? Sound fun? Sound like something we'd want to do? Aha. No doubt that these guys are bandits. Let me sneak away. Yeah, those bandit camp fights are really nasty sometimes. As long as the crew had their ration of rum, all went well. Good old Mr. Teach. It's true, it's true. Men can endure quite a lot. Men can put up with quite a lot as long as they have their ration of rum. Yeah, we'll take the VIP suite here. Nothing to sell you. Yeah. Depart. I love how the technician is a higher level than us now, just because she has more. Yep, these guys are bandits. Alright, sneak away. Yeah, the technician is higher level now, because she has more intelligence, so she's getting more XP. It's funny. Yeah, wasn't in time to watch the sunrise. Darn. Forest Gas Station. It's said this gas station offers a variety of truck after-sales services, but the quality leaves something to be desired. Okay. What do you need? What can I do for you? Aha. Sell that wood. Would be very good. A lot of places need wheat. Let's go ahead and grab some wheat. And departing. Mysterious signal has been detected coming from this location. That sounds like trouble. Camp on the horizon with a menagerie of strange animals. These folks are animal traders. Nah. Nah, I don't need anything else shitting in my truck. I already have a cat and a dog. That's enough. So we're getting into stir-fried meat now, huh? Let's admire the moon. As the swarm of infected stretches all the way to the horizon, ram your way through. Oh yeah, manage to find where the swarm is thinnest and plow your way through. Alright. You enter the mayor's office to find him getting cozy with two scantily clad women. He continues his canoodling, not the least bit bashful at your presence. You're here to deliver the building materials. The mayor's aide looks at you expectantly. The boss takes a break from necking to take a big gulp of wine. Yep. Oh, they just paid you. They just paid you. No dicking you around. Without even putting down his wine glass, the mayor directs his aide to prepare your payment and orders his bodyguard to check the goods. As you lead the bodyguard back to your truck, you get to chatting. It seems jovial here, considering what's going on outside. Yeah, the richest people in the Dustlands come here to spend their scrap. The least we can do is show them a good time, right? Yeah. Truck's right around the corner. You finished your delivery to Dionysia and received your payment. Might be time to check back in at the Gorgeville office to see if you've gotten any new orders. Let's go! Back to Gorgeville again. Yeah, I think we'll leave off there. So that's Dustland Delivery. I really love this game a whole lot. It's like I said, I could play this all night if I wasn't if I didn't have a long day at work and didn't feel like crashing right now. Oh, before we go though, I want to sell my electronics. Boop 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 boop. Oh, baby. All right. So we're gonna buy all the med kits. Well, not all the med kits. We're gonna buy 4 med kits. Gonna buy some rations. We've got the golden ticket here. And yes, you are going to pay out the ass for these electronics. Oops. A little more. Yeah, sure, we can always use more ammo. Cha-ching! Over 9,000 scrap. I think we'll use that to upgrade the truck. Hull is maybe not a bad idea. I think more horsepower, being able to go faster, and yeah, fuel use we don't really care about. So yeah, we'll upgrade the engine here. Groovy. Alright. So that's Dustland Delivery. Like I said, I really enjoy this game. Hope you all have enjoyed it as well. It's one of those games where it's just kind of creates a sequence of events and has enough randomness and weirdness that the stories sort of tell themselves. And yeah, that's what video games should be, in my opinion. Well, I won't be as proscriptive as that, but yeah, makes for a fantastic video game. So enjoying it a whole lot. Yep. Pre-fall electronics. Does that include game consoles? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Get Mr. Mayor addicted to the PS2 instead. Watch him ignore all of his floozies. That would be funny. Probably would be better for the city too. A little less scandalous, mayhaps. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I had a blast. Hope you enjoyed as well. I'll be back again tomorrow, and I hope you can join me for that. Yeah, don't have too much more to say, so until next time, Amiki, I bid you walate. Take very good care of yourselves. I'll see y'all again real soon. Later!